Rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Yes, sir! Here we go! Sweet Friday. We'll do that later. It's good to be here, ready to rock and roll with you. Man, nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. JJ La Selva in the box. Woo!
Good morning, Dan.
JJ, I love it. I love it. There are those who are just tougher than others. Me, Travis Hunter, you. I mean, these are the difference makers that we need in Jacksonville. The guys who can go and play the whole day. I play TV. I play both ways, JJ. JJ, if I'm at 11:15 at night, I'm rocking and rolling at the stadium. 5 a.m., I'm up and ready to roll. Come in here. How do I do it?
It's unexplainable. But I heard Travis Hunter drop your name when he was talking about playing two ways in Jacksonville. And he goes, I know a guy who's been doing it for decades.
Decades.
So I know I'll be able to.
Absolutely. Thank you, JJ. Thank you. Yeah. I'm the only person in America because somehow compare myself to a 21-year-old kid, NFL football player who's just drafted. What a night for the Jaguars. What a night. And however you view it, it's cool, man. But I got to tell you, as excited as I am about Travis Hunter, and I'm excited about him, and I can't wait to see him and see what he can do, I got to tell you, man, every time I'm around this baby-faced assassin GM of ours, who you think maybe didn't make the best deal, JJ, but I love the cojones on this guy. I mean, we have for years and years and years wallowed in the depths of mediocrity at best, usually worse. And we always have these conversations in the mornings, man. We don't have dogs on this team. We don't have stars. Whatever you want to call a really good football player, a difference maker, a guy who when NFL Network or ESPN reveals its top 100 football players, and at number 79, Josh Hines-Allen. That's it for the Jags. Let's keep going. That's all we ever have. 1 year, we have Trevor Lawrence at number 48. Okay, that's it for the Jags. We need football players, man, difference makers. And this guy went out and got, again, none of us know how it turns out, but the experts drool over him. You see, they drool, not just the best prospect in this year's draft, the best prospect in the next 10 years. And I talked to Logs last night. And again, Logs watches a lot of tape. And he said, there's two guys that I can remember standing out that I've been just wowed by. Quarterback, pre-draft, Patrick Mahomes. Okay, Logs, that's pretty good. And this kid's the best athlete I've ever seen on a football field. Now, that's a guy's watched a lot of tape. Okay? So, and now, listen, we've got Brian Thomas Jr. on the left side and Travis Hunter on the right side. Wow. And now now I'm okay with De'Ami Brown or Parker Washington working the slot. That's where they belong. All right? I got two. I mean, come on, Trev. You got to be this is it. You got to be pumped. They got you a touchdown making, highlight shaking, earthquaking football player, man, who will then go in when, oh God, it's 3rd and 7 and CJ Stroud is hot. He's been teaming up with I don't know, whoever's Nico Collins all day. Oh, there's Travis Hunter. He's gone in the game to shut down Nico Collins. I love it. I love it. I love it. And if you don't love it, that's okay. But that was, listen, I've been cautious with these guys. So I want to see it on the field. But the way this guy operates, I'm telling you, man, you go, JJ, they asked this guy last night, this Gladstone guy. They go to him and they say, can you talk about what you gave up for the pick? Look, we gave up basically in a nutshell, we gave up tonight's 36th overall pick and next year's number 1. The rest are just kind of mixing and matching, right? So that's what we gave up to move up 3 spots. And the man at the age of 34, he's 34, giggled, laughed, and said, I got a lot of experience with not having number 1 picks because of his time with the Rams. He goes, I think I'm the guy to navigate us through. I just want to tell the fans, don't worry. I mean, this guy is a cocky, believe in himself, baby-face killer. It's going to be interesting. And now let's see what he does. He's got 2/3, 2/4 going forward. He's got 9 picks left.
Do you think they try to move up into the second?
He can, right? He can move up if he wants to, if he needs to. But his job is now to find us a Puka Nacua. Now, not at that position, but that kind of player with a 5th-round pick or a 3rd-round pick or a 4th-round pick. Right? And I think he'll be able to do it. This guy is impressive. At the age of 34, in his first draft, he went and got the best player in the draft. The best player. That's what everybody says. Who am I to argue? And remember this. We don't have a first rounder, but what we got last night was basically a first-round receiver and a first-round corner. 2 for the price of 1, which should be interesting come contract time, don't you think, JJ?
I would like to see. I would like to think that he's going to be productive as a first-rounder on both ends, but I find that very hard to believe.
I heard
that's going to happen. Like, I would have liked to see where he would have stacked up as just a receiver in this draft or just a cornerback in this draft.
They said he's going to start out on the offensive side because there's you got to learn a little bit more.
Interesting.
And so they have a plan, which I like. And again, let's give this coaching staff I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, right? And so let's see how it evolves and see what they do. And ultimately, as Tony Baselli has told us over and over again, all that matters is what happens on Sundays. But I think getting this kid is going to help them win on Sundays. I really do. And he's going to play offense and defense. And I don't know how many snaps. NFL average, 65 plays a game? That's 130. I don't think we're going to have him as a gunner if he's playing 130 plays.
Returning punts.
Yeah, I think we'll skip that part. But, and I don't think he's going to play full-time on both sides. And it's funny because there's still, like I heard, like last night, like Saban was saying unbelievable corner. So some say defense, some say the Jags are starting him, like immersing him into the offense first. They want to score points. JJ, we averaged 18 points a game last year. 18, which sucks. Sorry, Junie. If you look at the teams that the Detroit Lions, 33, right? The Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions, they put the ball in the end zone. And that was sort of one reason why I thought they might go Ashton Genty. By the way, anybody who had Ashton Genty with the 5th pick, like I was suggesting, like this is a lock, put money on that. Not who's going to pick him, but where he's going to land. you would have lost.
Yeah, the odds got crazy.
They
were
crazy.
like minus 200.
Yeah.
You had to bet 200 to make 100 on him going 5. And yeah.
The Jags screwed that up too. They killed them.
The Jags really screwed up every single mock draft by everyone imaginable. It was awesome. Now, when did you get the feeling
It was going to happen?
Yeah,
All
because
right, so
we did the 4 to 7 show with Hack, Baloo, and,
what were they
Hayes,
talking?
and
Did they
like
get it?
sort of towards the end of the show, when we saw like, I guess it was Diana Rossini or somebody that was like, "Hey, Jags are going to make a splash tonight," or something like that.
Right.
Then they started talking about trading up. The rest of the day before was like trading back, getting McMillan, we heard, maybe getting out of the 5th spot to go to 10 or something like that.
So J.P. Shadrick.
But it really was like an hour before the draft.
Yeah, and I don't know who gets the credit, and I don't care. That's the beauty because there's so many of, I told you and blah, blah. I don't care. And the fans don't care either, by the way.
No.
But J.P. Shadrick did the first inkling I got. J.P. Shadrick taped an interview with Gladstone from outside the war room, but it was early in the day. Okay, I mean it was like late afternoon, kind of like what you guys around when you guys were on.
Okay,
and he used the term fireworks. Now we later learned that this deal was in place for at least 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay, and that they all sat on it. And it was interesting. Like, Baselli made the rounds doing interviews yesterday, and Baselli kept asking people, well, who would you draft? Like let's say you're interviewing Baselli, and I'm Baselli, and I would say, well, I got a question for you, JJ. If you could have any player in the draft, who would you take?
Basically being like, who's the best player in the draft? Yeah. Wouldn't that be great if we had him?
Yes. So that was brilliant.
Hint.
Yes, he gave us hints. So Gladstone referred to fireworks tonight. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting term. And then, I don't know who it was, but the insiders started to say, Cleveland's listening. And
listening intently.
And I knew one thing.
Seriously. I always like that when you're seriously listening.
Yes.
Like, before I was just listening. Now I'm seriously listening.
And I knew this about the Jags. I knew this. That they viewed, just in my talkings with Big Bo, that they loved Travis Hunter. I knew they loved Travis Hunter. Like, it was one of those, we would run to the tape, we would run to the commissioner with the name if Travis Hunter were available.
Which I wonder if that's still how it works.
Right.
I don't know. If they have like a card.
Yeah. So anyway, every year we do the logistics of how that works, by the way, but it changes all the time. You're right. So I knew that they loved him. And so if you start so then Mary Kay Cabot, who's covered the Browns probably as long as I've been around with the Jaguars, said Cleveland, the local, she's putting out that Cleveland's, And so it was clear because early in the day, I felt like it was more, we're talking to Chicago about trading down.
Exactly.
Right? And later in the day, it flipped to we're talking to Cleveland. So then we're on the air on the TV side of things. And I think Jay Glazer said, basically, there's a deal in place. And we all knew it was for Travis Hunter. I mean,
you're not going to trade up and then
get Abdul Carter either.
Take Genty at 2.
Yeah. So we knew that. So it was probably like you said, it was probably towards the end of the
6:30, 7 o'clock.
Where it first started getting, and then we started to say, hey, look, they're not going to be able to go to a commercial before the Jags pick.
I mean, they didn't even talk about my boy Cam. Like,
that was beautiful.
Cam got picked.
That was beautiful.
And, me being a new Titans fan as of last night.
Oh, don't do that.
Jersey's already in the mail, folks.
Oh, no.
It's fine. I got the Oilers edition. I was praying that he got drafted.
What number is he? What
he's
number?
1.
No, he's not.
He's not?
Warren Moon's 1. Warren Moon's retired, bro.
Well,
one's retired.
I'm assuming that. Well, he didn't play for the Oilers. Or, I mean, he didn't play for the Titans,
franchise, though.
Really?
Yes, that number 1 is retired with the Tennessee Titans.
Well, I mean that I pre-ordered a jersey. Who knows? Maybe I got the wrong number. Damn. And it sucks because like the Titans are already sending me junk emails.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, I'm not a Titans fan. But anyways,
So
yeah,
you consider
so like they did the pick number 1.
Time out. You consider Cam a Kane after just 1 year?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Beating
All
the
right.
brakes off you guys like he did. I mean, that's legendary stuff. And just sitting there in the swamp watching that in person, I'll never forget it. Yeah.
That's cool. For me, my Cam memory is the way he took himself out of the bowl game. The way he quit on his teammates.
It was such an important game
when they needed to win.
I mean.
He just wanted the selfishness of getting his record.
Yeah, we really needed that one. But yeah,
anyway.
it was like right when they pick him.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
I'm talking like 10 seconds after
Cam got no love.
Yeah, they're like, there's a trade.
Yeah.
There's a trade.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn, the Jags did it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So good
us.
for Gladstone for stealing all the limelight on night 1.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah. It was.
I'm usually not like a draft watcher guy. I really haven't been in a long time, but I was locked in. I watched the whole thing last night. It was awesome.
You?
Yeah.
Good. Because I got to tell you.
Up until Jackson Dart, and then I went to bed.
I got to tell you, I missed watching it. I'm a big draft watcher. And I was busy. I was on
Right.
TV all night. So I just didn't have a chance to really view it. And I didn't like that. Because I like to sit and watch. And
So you normally don't work during the draft?
I work,
Okay.
but I'm not on the air the whole time.
Oh,
But
I
last
see.
night we were on the air the whole time. So it was,
Are you an ESPN or a draft NFL Network
well,
guy?
I'm usually at the stadium, and I'm whatever they have on,
The
so
network,
it doesn't matter to
usually.
me. But it was funny because I thought they were instructed to put on the NFL Network because they're NFL teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to the Jags, and they said, no, we don't care. We put on both of them. And so it's like whatever you guys
We
want to
play
watch.
fast and loose.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. I got to tell you, we got to take a break, but I got to, and we're going to talk draft all day long here. But I got to give kudos, man. I got to give. Let me give you the Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day.
Please.
Brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes. They're the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Florida Gators, and the PGA Tour. And it's a simple one. And I did it last night while all this was happening because I was just curious. By the way, for a limited time right now, Dream Finders is offering 4.99% fixed interest rate. You can lock that down. There are 15 different locations in the area to get involved with Dream Finders Homes. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. You first-time homeowners can make things happen. You'd be surprised. Give them a chance. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question: thoughts on the Travis Hunter as a Jaguar? Home run pick or gave up too much? It's that simple. Home run or gave up too much? JJ, what say you? Because you thought they gave up a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but
You can rain. It's your opinion.
I do think they gave up too much. I'm really worried about that first next year.
Yeah.
Well,
it's important that they win.
I wish that
It's
it was the
important that they win.
NBA and you could have like a protected top 5.
like
Honestly,
that. That's fair.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's
they're just like wide open next year. Anything could happen. And I love Travis Hunter, and I said months ago, if you were going to take one guy out of the draft, I would love it to be him.
Yeah,
but. I don't think he's going to come in and make the Jags a winning team next year.
Okay.
So if they are a top 10 team, top 10 pick, I mean, that's bad. That's no bueno for me.
Okay. You are in the minority. Obviously, Jag fans excited. Home run 74.5. Gave up too much, so 3 out of 4 think it's a home run. The negative Nellies like yourself. We have over 1,200 votes, so a lot of people jumping in, and that's cool. You can vote on social medias. It's Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. It's brought to you by Dream Finders Homes. We're just warming up. A lot of draft talk. What do the Jags do going forward? More on Travis Hunter. Is he intangibly rich? Oh, hell yes, he is. I mean, this kid is like, I got a good Travis Hunter story that I heard from yesterday that I'll tell you when we come back. This is a drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The home of Jaguars fans.
We're all a big family, not just a team, but the fans too. They come out and support us, and I believe without the fans, we wouldn't be where we are either.
1010XL.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag Title 999 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Associates. Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. They're tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision, no hassle, no fuss. Are you ready to see the difference? Call now or visit bowdeneye.com for a free screening. Bowden Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
Shania Twain.
Let's go, girls.
Live in Jacksonville. Shania Twain. 2 incredible shows. Daly's Place, July 29th, and Due to Demand, second show added July 30th. With special guest Mackenzie Porter. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit ShaniaTwain.com.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to DreamfindersHomes.com for more details.
Hey, gang, you know what spring means in the real estate biz. It's selling season. Spring selling season is here. Rates are down. Activity is up. Now is the best time in years to sell your home. That's what my friends Chad and Sandy Newman are telling me, and they want to let you know that they are there for you to make your home selling experience unbelievably easy and make it hit your target right on the nose. You can guarantee it before the process starts. More on that in a second. Hiring experts to maximize equity and minimize hassle, that's the key. Whether you want guaranteed no-hassle home sell, or you worried you need repairs, or it won't sell for a good price, wrong, and wrong. You see, Chad and Sandy make you this guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That's why they're the local real estate experts I trust and recommend, with no required costly repairs, and you can pick your move date. Go to chadandsandy.com right now and set your appointment. That's chadandsandy.com. Or call them at 904-414-6200. Call Chad and Sandy today.
All right, gentlemen, we've trained for this. We've battled the elements. But if there's one thing we can't afford, it's letting the heat take us out before the big game.
But, Coach, the AC at my house is busted. I barely got any sleep last night.
Well, Johnson, you should have called Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. They're the real MVPs. Now let's cue the cool music.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
The Frenzy Show will recap the Jags draft picks live at Mr. Chubby's Wings Friday from 4 to 6. Join us for 2-for-1 pints and pitchers or $3 wines and wells this Friday at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Dr. George Bari, inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics, and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Imagine enjoying the beautiful days of summer in North Florida, relaxing in your enclosed patio, free from bugs and debris. I'm Josh Molina, owner of River City Screens. We are your trusted local screen experts. We pride ourselves in our craftsmanship and our relationships, because with Florida's unpredictable weather, you want someone dependable and reliable to show up for you every time. New construction or repairs, call River City Screens. 904-923-3544.
License number SCC 131153483.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit. Gotham City Limit.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, welcome back to the show. Let's hit the high seas with the good captain and see what's out there this weekend. Oh, the weather's beautiful. God, it was so nice last night at the stadium. And I'm sure, and it was nice, when I was at the Lemon Bar, JJ getting hammered at midday, as you know. I had to, that cinnamony fireball numbs the gums, Captain, is what it does.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, about the third one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what I said, well, I don't really drink that much, but when in Rome, so hanging out there, I had some good trips down memory lane. I thought, man, if these streets could talk out here at the beach, huh? We used to have a good time out there back in the day, Captain.
No, I'm down risky. You used to tear up Old Palm Valley now. Don't get me wrong.
Good times. But anyway, that aside,
that was fun last night.
Oh gosh, it was great, dude. It was. I told JJ, I'm telling you, Captain, I'm so excited about Hunter, but I'm just as excited about this. This GM is a stone-faced killer, man, baby-faced assassin.
Yeah.
He's tough, man. 34 years old, smarter than everybody, doesn't care, didn't flinch. I mean, went and got the best player in the draft.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was. I mean, for my wife to jump off the couch, she's like, "What?" I mean, because she's like, "Oh, here we go, same old. We're gonna get a defensive tackle,
trade back and get a guard."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fun.
Yeah, it was great. It was great, and it's listen, this is a kid who's going to help you both on offense and defense. It's just and it's a big move. It's a ballsy move, man. Big cojones.
Yeah.
Big cojones on that GM. So, and you know what else? You know what the best part of it was, Captain?
What's that?
The best part was that the kid was excited and thrilled to be coming to Jacksonville, Florida.
Right. Exactly.
He was so happy. He was skipping around. He was jumping up and down when he went.
Come on.
Yeah.
Again, if you had to go to Cleveland, or Jacksonville,
yeah. But he was
seriously.
It was the antithesis of C.J. Henderson.
Correct. That's what I mean. It was just great to see that. Great to see a kid who was. And then he says, "Yeah, I was on Zillow last night. Look, I had a feeling, so I was on Zillow last night looking for houses in Jacksonville."
That's fantastic.
I mean, I love this about this kid. So, it's just a lot, just really good stuff, man. Which should set us up for. And by the way, Captain loves to fish.
I know.
Loves to fish.
We're gonna get him all hooked up. You hit it right on the head to start with. The weather has been.
Oh yeah.
It's been blowing a little bit more out of the east southeast that I like, but I'm being particular. We have still been able to get offshore most of the week. There's been plenty of bait on the beach. Talking to the guys out of Mayport, and obviously I fished St. Augustine which makes your day so much better to be able to go and throw the cast net and catch all the bait you want. And then you kind of, breathe. You're like, all right, where am I going to go? What do I want to catch? And that is honestly where we're at right now. Everything's here, Dan. I mean, the guys that want to go, way offshore and go dolphin fishing have had a really good week. They've had a great week on the sailfish. Further inshore, there have been some sailfish caught, but there's been some blackfin tuna caught. The kingfish have showed up. Caught kingfish yesterday. I caught cobia yesterday. So
wow.
It's so good right now. And then you throw in the inshore fishing, which is as good as I have seen in years, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean that we really went through a down spell of red fishing and trout fishing here in Northeast Florida for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it has done nothing but just flourish. I mean, it has been unbelievable. Now, I think one of the biggest reasons is, first off, the bait showed up, which always helps. But we've had no rain. I mean, and when it gets like that our inlets are just they're beautiful. I mean, even if you talk to the guys that are fishing like Palm Valley, which generally that water's got a really murky color to it. It's ugly. It's crystal clear. I mean, it's just as pretty as it's going to be. And so, what a great weekend of fishing. I think that today the weather's going to be beautiful, and then like 5 knots out of the south tomorrow. A little bit of breeze on Sunday. They're calling for it to go northwest and then northeast in the afternoon. So keep an eye on that one. But besides that, it's going to be magnificent.
All right, my man. Well, you enjoy the weekend, enjoy the day outdoors show. We'll get Travis Hunter on there with you. Logs will hook that up. So a lot of good stuff happening with fishing and with our Jaguars.
Absolutely, buddy. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you, Captain. That's Captain Kevin Favor. Nobody better than the good captain, and we appreciate him so much for joining us. Let me give you the quick story because I wanted to pass this on. And again, there's a million stories about Travis Hunter and his love of the game, right? And contrast this with the guy Carolina took 8th who, do you like football? No, I don't like it. Right? That guy would have never taken. And I'm glad that the Jags did not. I know they liked him. They liked him, the Tet McMillan kid.
I mean, all the word on the street before yesterday was, or going into yesterday, was like they could trade back for McMillan.
Oh, gosh. But I don't believe that they would have, because that flew in the face of everything that they had been preaching for 2 months about who they want. And this guy believes all this stuff. Now, Gladstone ain't just throwing these terms out there, right? He believes all this stuff. So anyway, so the story goes that Travis Hunter met this Rod Woodson, and they were talking ball for a while, and he sort of hit it off, and he liked picking his brain. So Rod Woodson had a kid who was playing in a high school game on a Friday night, and Travis Hunter shows up so he could hang out with Rod Woodson and keep talking to him about football. He loves the game, dude.
And he seems like a really smart guy. Obviously, you have to be to play both ends. Like
he is
not just a guy who's like relying on talent alone.
I think he had great grades. I think he was all academic, whatever conference he was in, things of that nature.
Seems really humble too in interviews.
And he
seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's coming in, and again, the pure joy about coming to Jacksonville. Did you see him walk down the hallway?
And he touched the
logo. He's
that.
Skipping down the hallway. He goes to the Jag logo and pats it.
Yeah, I had to have Eric Armstead, who was the one who announced the pick. What was that about?
Walter Payton, Man of the Year, dude.
Couldn't even read 2025.
Dang it, Eric.
But anyway.
Eric, we just need you to play well inside this year. All right, just do that. We'll take a break. We got much more ahead. Draft talk all day long here. We got more coming up today and all weekend long. We got a lot of work to do. See what Jimmy Gladstone will be up to today. Will he move back up? Will he package those picks? Who knows? We'll talk about that and more next year on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, get Florida Gators play-by-play on 1010XL.
The Razorbacks and Gators wrestle in the swamp for a final weekend series in April. Arkansas, Florida. Friday night, Saturday and Sunday afternoon on 1010 AM.
You've been hearing about it all week. Now it's here, and it's better than ever. Beards Diamond's most ambitious sale ever. But guess what? Tick, tick, tick. Today, tomorrow, and through Sunday. Only at Beards. 40% off all diamond stud earrings, all diamond tennis bracelets. Huge first-time ever event on the most popular pieces of fashion jewelry. Best prices ever. And Beards can only offer you this amazing kind of value because unlike all the other jewelers in St. John's Town Center, Beards not owned by a Wall Street conglomerate. Local. Say hello to the Lupos when you go over there. Locally owned, family owned. The freedom and flexibility the corporate stores don't have. Great chance to check out our 40-year business that continues to run circles around the competition, man. You save up to 40% on all diamond studs, all diamond tennis bracelets, man. It's through Sunday at 4 o'clock this week only. And only at locally owned Beards Diamonds. You know where they are. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center.
Trying to figure pricing at most AC companies is like listening to an auctioneer.
Who wants an AC tune-up? Do I hear $3.99? How about $2.99? No, let's drop it. $79? Do we have a deal? Going once, going twice? Sold!
Not at Duck Duck Air Conditioning. We make it easy. We're offering a free AC inspection. No gimmicks, no fine print, just a completely free checkup from our highly trained techs to make sure your AC is ready for summer. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, because free is better than bidding. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound & Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound & Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
It's the final days of Diamonds Direct's annual spring sale. This is your last chance to get an extra 20% off our already renowned prices. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off your purchase. But hurry, these savings end soon. And this weekend only, we're open Sunday to give you an extra day to shop our expanded selection of trending engagement ring settings, his and hers wedding bands, must-have fine jewelry, and more. Time is running out. 20% off, store-wide savings. Visit DiamondsDirect.com for details.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Summer in Jacksonville is coming in hot. Lauren Brooks here. Beat the heat with Turbo Tint. Their window tint blocks up to 99% of harmful UV rays and keeps your ride cool and comfortable. Book today at orangepark.turbotint.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida.
Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent accidents and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit cssoutdoor.com. Frank Frangie here. Nimnik has the largest selection of GMC's impressive SUV lineup and the all-new redesigned GMC Acadia and the highly sought-after Yukon and Yukon XL. Save big with the all-new GMC Hummer EV SUV and truck, plus the all-new GMC Sierra EV. Ask how to get an instant $7,500 tax credit on EV models and financing as low as 0%. Visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Travis Hunter's a Jacksonville Jaguar. He'll be in town today to meet with the media a little bit later, probably around, I think they're going to do it, I'm not sure what time, but around 2 o'clock maybe. Then we get cranked up for day 2 of the draft. So did you watch ESPN or NFL Network last night?
I watched ESPN, but I sort of had the volume down. I had the McShay show going.
Yes.
On YouTube.
He's
great. I love him, like, not part of the worldwide leader anymore. He's sort of doing his own thing.
Yes and no. I don't think he loves that.
I'm sure
he got bounced by the worldwide leader.
I'm sure he's getting paid a lot less to be on YouTube.
Yes, but I give him credit in that he's picked himself up and he's trying to make his comeback. I think he had some personal issues, honestly, and they sort of because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was sort of earmarked to be Kuiper's replacement. And to Kuiper's credit, I root for the old guys now that I am an old guy. He has withstood the test of time.
He really has outlasted everyone.
So I give him credit in that respect. But it's interesting that he doesn't catch much flack. But the reason why I asked you...
He is in Schefter or Mel?
Kuiper.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he was a complete shill for the Sanders.
Well, this is what I'm looking at on social media. Mel Kiper Jr. spent the entire night slobbering over Shador Sanders. I mean, I don't know. Now,
he had him, not to interrupt you, but since you weren't watching the broadcast, you know how they have, like, Mel's best available on the bottom line, like, all night long? So he was, like, number 2 behind Travis Hunter.
Gotcha.
So he was number 1, like, best available the entire night. So it looked so stupid. Him not being drafted, of course.
Yes. So that was that wasn't a great look. But Shador, for those who missed it, now look, Shador Sanders, son of Prime. So
is he? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So you're gonna have some. If that's Prime loves his kids, man, but Prime is Prime, and I guess. This part he got from his daddy in Deion's house in Dallas where he was watching the draft. He built a room with the word legendary.
Like a palace room, like a
draft to watch the draft in. He built a room like to watch the draft in, and he had and
it's like very bejeweled.
And then last night he gave like a little statement. God is good. This is just, obviously this will fuel my fire. Yeah, I'm all cool with all that. But at the end of his little speech, he went, legendary.
We're going to be happy regardless. Legendary.
And walked away. When he has like the biggest chain you've ever seen on.
Now listen.
With a big S.
I'm cool.
Legendary.
I'm thinking about this, JJ, and you tell me if this is a good move. I'm thinking about perhaps ending my show with the same way each day.
I'm thinking about changing, on some people's emails, how they'll...
Hashtag.
Yes. And,
Legendary.
Our own ET.
Yes.
On all of his emails, he puts, like, respectfully, Emmanuel Thalleran.
He does.
I think I'm just going to do legendary.
Legendary.
John
JJ.
LaSalva.
Yes. Can I hear that one more time, please?
Okay.
This is Shador Sanders.
Tomorrow's the day. We're going to be happy regardless. Legendary.
Legendary.
Legendary. Peace sign.
Just walk out. and
doing your own. He's doing a press conference.
Yes.
At his own house
with his friends
after not being picked.
Yeah. Which look, now listen, it's weird because he may fall to the third round in this respect. A lot of times, there's not a lot of second round quarterbacks. It's usually first round or then you go like to the third round if you look it up. Yeah. So it will be interesting to see where he ends up. Now, Cleveland has 33 and 36.
They could take him right away.
So, and they didn't have to trade up to get him. So they could take him right off the rip, or they could wait 2 more picks and take him 36th.
I mean, I thought it was really bad look for him, not only because he didn't get drafted, but the fact that Jackson Dart got drafted before him.
Which, by the way,
when the Giants traded up, you're thinking, oh, here it is. Finally, someone's going to take Shador. And then the ESPN, you didn't see it, but even before they showed the pick, they go to a commercial, and they're showing Jackson Dart and his family, like, celebrating.
I don't want to rip the Giants, but you want to talk about leaks. So yesterday afternoon, right? Schrager, Jeremiah, and one of the other big boys, I forget who, all had the Giants trading back into the first round to get Jackson Dart.
Okay.
It was so bad that the Giants GM's son, who gained a lot of credibility the year before on the documentary because he told his daddy, you should get Jake Daniels, had put on his Instagram account a picture of Jackson Dart.
Before.
Like the night before. Like 2 nights ago.
You're just asking to screw things up.
And so the kid, they made his Instagram go private, but obviously the kid leaked it out. That's like Carlos Mendoza, who's the Mets skipper. His son, who's like 14 or 15 years old, was on like social media during the offseason.
And put like a picture of Soto or something.
And he said, do you know who I am? Because somebody was saying, well, how the hell do you know that Soto's going to the Mets? Do you know who I am?
Stuff. That's pretty cool.
That was kind of good. But anyway, so the Giants leaked that out, and Jackson Dart ended up there. Now, the War Room of the Jags, do you have that clip?
I do.
Okay, the War Room of the Jags last night.
It's a little long, but we could.
That's fine. When they, this is good stuff. When they had made the move to get Travis Hunter, and they're on the phone with him for the first time. So I think it starts with Gladstone, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's listen, and then let's see what they say. They're getting Hunter on the phone.
Tony Khan in attendance.
Yep.
Hello. Hey, Travis, this is James Gladstone with the Jacksonville Jaguars. How you doing?
How you doing, Coach?
You know what? Go ahead and take a moment to soak this one in. We're trading up in the draft. We're moving from pick 5 to pick 2, and we're doing it because you're the one we've been hunting up.
Yes, sir. That's the best decision.
I love it. Hey, bro, you've been the vision, and it's not just because of what you do on the grass, but because it's who you are, right? You elevate the space around you, and by being nothing more than yourself, you're going to elevate the Jacksonville Jaguars. You've earned the moment.
Yes, sir.
You've earned our belief.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Jacksonville, yes, Travis.
Thanks, Coach.
Here's your new head coach, Liam Cohen, bro.
Now, I'm going to pause it for 1 second.
Okay.
I think he thought
that was
James Gladstone is the head coach.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Hilarious. But they didn't even talk to him
that's fair.
at all after the combine. So how would he know that?
Yeah,
like, who's Liam Cohen to him?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
All right, so here's Liam.
Real quick, Coach Cohen, just want to say what's up, man. Hey, what an unbelievable opportunity, bro. Unbelievable opportunity for us to get this thing going, man. Let's go. You're going to do some great things. We're prepared for this. We're excited for this, man. What a great opportunity to do this thing together, man.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to put you on real quick here.
Hey, Travis, Tony Baselli. Congratulations. Welcome to Jacksonville. 30 years ago, I was the second pick. You're going to do great things here. Can't wait to get. Hey, we were coming after you from the beginning, man. We want you here. We can't wait to get you in the building. Congratulations, man.
Yes, sir.
Travis, this is Tony Khan. We can't wait to have you here. This is a great decision for us. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Coach, I know you know it's a great decision. Absolutely.
Everybody's
Travis,
coach.
here's your coordinators.
Coordinators.
Oh, Travis, this is Grant Udinsky, man. Fired up to get to work with you. Love having guys that love football, and that's why we want you here, man. We got a group of guys that love football, and you'll love working with, man. Fired up.
Travis, this is Anthony Campbell, the defensive coordinator, man. I'm most fired up guy in this room, man. I can't wait to get down here.
That's good stuff.
I love Campanile.
Yeah, he doesn't know. You're right, though.
Paisan.
Travis Hunter doesn't. Travis Hunter doesn't know.
He's like, hey, coach.
Who the hell he's
Coach
talking
Gladstone,
to?
I'm
You're all
ready to come
coaches.
run through a wall for you.
Yeah, I'm ready, coach. I love you, coach.
And we were talking off the air about some of the clothing choices in the draft.
Yes.
And we were saying Schefter looked just reprehensible.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's
But
the hoodie thing
Gladstone does the same thing,
he did.
man.
He did.
Maybe this is the new style.
It
It's
might
like
be.
a hoodie under a sports coat.
Yeah.
But the thing that Schefter's was way worse because he had like a tie on.
But I
just look crazy.
Yeah, I don't. Matthew Golden stood out to me because that happened late, and I was wrapping up TV or in between, so I was looking, and he was. The Packers took him. First time they've taken a receiver in 23 years, I think. Javon Walker of FSU, the last wide receiver the Packers took in the first round, right?
Aaron Rodgers somewhere watching, loving that.
Just shaking his
But yeah,
head.
he had like a very shiny suit on. Golden did.
Yes, very. And
Loved it.
And the boys, including Shador, serious drip around the. Is that the word?
Yes,
around
it is.
around with the necklace.
Oh, his chain was
the chains
huge.
Those chains got to cost because those are diamond encrusted or whatever, right?
Yeah,
they got to be $500,000.
Dude,
right?
I don't even know. I have this little bitty chain.
Yeah.
And I got it in Italy for like $1,000. So like I couldn't even imagine what that stuff is.
Yeah.
And shout out to Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I love the pink.
Yeah.
They look great.
No, he looked
very flashy. And I see you wearing your pink today.
Thank you.
It's a
That's right.
match.
His fiance, I believe, I saw a video of her giving him a gold Rolex for last night.
I'm sure it's like, when your Father's Day gift.
Travis, can I have your credit card?
Yeah, you paid for this. Thanks, guy. Like when we used to quote, take my dad out to Father's Day lunch.
Yes.
And he would pay for it.
JJ, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I'll share this story real quick and then we'll head off. We got a lot of draft talk coming up. But this is what I've done with, I'm an older dad now. Two of my three kids are grown and making their way in the world.
You're going to be a grandpa soon. Who knows?
Hopefully, but yeah. I have a 32-year-old and a 30-year-old, and then a 20-year-old. But I put the word out, and they have delivered about 3, 4, 5 years ago in the Dan Hicken world. And this, I would encourage every...
I can't wait for this.
I would encourage every parent to do this. And it's true. You spend a lot of money raising a child.
I'm sure.
I mean, a lot of money.
Couldn't even imagine.
And in this day and age, I mean, kids who, they got...
Everybody needs a car and a cell phone and
correct.
A college education. And
So if they go off into the real world and Father's Day rolls up or your birthday rolls up, you know what? And I made this proclamation about 4 or 5 years ago. I said, you know what? No more soap on a rope. No more, hey, here's a tie, Dad. No more, hey, I got you some socks. No, hell no. I said, I want good gifts. So I tell them what I want.
Oh, I love that.
And I'll give them credit.
My dad, I wish he would do something like that.
Bro, I give them credit. They have delivered. Like, I will tell you that my son, my older son, through the years has got me, he bought me Billy Joel tickets to go see him at the Garden.
Wow.
Yep. Then I did that. He got me a new driver. He's got me...
Like a car driver or a golf driver?
A golf driver. Fair enough.
We all know, you do have a driver. He sits outside all 4 hours of the show.
Thank you very much. So those types of things, I'll say, hey, maybe this, and they deliver. And it's great. And I love it. Because you know what? When they're 16 and they want to buy you something, you're paying for it.
Of course.
It's not
You're
a gift.
Driver.
That's not a gift. I want them to use and now they use their money to buy me gifts, and it's very liberating. I enjoy it very much, and I encourage every parent to try that. And you know what?
Treat yourself.
And don't feel badly about it.
No.
They got
After
the money.
everything you've done for them, geez, that's the
got
least
the money,
they can
bro.
do. Buy you a driver.
This is The Drill. We're heading to the 8 o'clock hour. Travis Hunter's a Jag.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hey, this is former Jaguar Paul Spicer.
Hi, I'm Mark Brunell.
I'm Josh Scobie, and you're listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
MOV, ING, Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV, ING, get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJax.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
It's here. Beard's Diamonds' first ever massive sale on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets. Now through Sunday at 4 p.m. Save 20%, 30%, even 40%. Beautiful diamond stud earrings and gorgeous diamond tennis bracelets. Perfect for any occasion. Take advantage of huge markdowns. Best prices ever. Corporate-owned big box stores could never offer this extreme value, but locally owned Beards can. And it's happening now through Sunday. Up to 40% off. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beards.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gator! Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Septic Plumbing and Air Conditioning. To nobody's surprise, the Titans took Miami quarterback Cam Ward with the number 1 overall pick last night. However, the blockbuster trade of the night came when the Jacksonville Jaguars traded away their second-round pick for tonight, first-round pick for next year, as well as a few others to move up to number 2 and grab Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter from Colorado. Hunter was a star for the Buffaloes, playing on both sides of the ball. However, the receiver position is where the Jags say he will start his career in Duval. The Florida Gators baseball team stay at home, welcoming the 5th-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks to the Condren Family Ballpark for a 3-game weekend series, with the series openers tonight at 6:30. Starting on the mound tonight for the Florida Gators will be right-handed pitcher Liam Peterson, matching up against Arkansas's left-handed pitcher Zach Root. Catch the game live on 10:10 a.m. It's 68 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Sweet, sweet Friday! I need a little emotion, please. Hey! Ho! Hey, ho! Go Friday. Go Friday. Yeah. Oh, it's a good Friday. It's a football Friday. We got the draft this weekend, man. So pumped up about it. Pumped up about Travis Hunter coming to Jacksonville. The best player in the draft, they tell me, and I think they're right, is coming here to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. Gosh, it's great. It's great. And all over the timeline, man, all kinds of Travis Hunter stuff. You know, his dad got special permission to go to the draft with him. He's on probation. I don't know his background. But again, this kid has
gun and drug charges.
Overcome some things. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I saw some video earlier. Travis Hunter has played here in Jacksonville before. Do you remember he was at Jackson State? Jackson State was here when he was at Jackson State. They played at Everbank.
Oh, so, for one of
they had Jackson State against, I don't know if it was
like
Bethune
or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they played here, and they have video of him walking on the field and talking about it. We got Deion watching him get drafted last night. Obviously, he's very close to Deion Sanders, so a lot of good Travis Hunter stuff. This kid's special. He's special, and the Jaguars are excited about him, and he's intangibly rich is what he is. He is an intangibly rich football player, and Gladstone's big on these, you just be you. We're not going to ask you to do any more than what you do, but you just be you, and that will elevate our ecosystem. I'm getting this guy down, by the way.
He loves that stuff.
I know. I can't.
He said our space. What
Yes.
did he say? In the space you're in?
Yes. Yes.
I got to find it.
Yeah. He's big on the ecosystem.
Here it is.
All right.
Jaguars, how you doing?
How you doing, Coach?
Coach?
You know what? Go ahead and take a moment to soak this one in. We're trading up in the draft. We're moving from pick 5 to pick 2, and we're doing it because you're the one we've been hunting up.
Yes, sir. That's the best decision.
I love it. Hey, bro, you've been the vision, and it's not just because of what you do on the grass.
No.
But because it's who you are, right? You elevate the space around you. And by being nothing more than yourself.
JJ, do you think I elevate the space around me or
I've
no?
always said that about you.
You have? Thank you very
elevate
much.
the space around you.
Yeah, I see. Again, I
in
don't
a
know.
non fat guy way. That could be misconstrued.
That could be. I don't want to make this about me because it's about Travis Hunter, but I feel like I'm sort of a two-way player.
I have always said that as well. TV, radio.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's I love the game.
Who else?
Do I love the game, JJ?
Most.
My ever negative. I love the game.
You watch film?
I do.
Not
I study
just in the group setting.
No.
You watch film?
What do you think I do all day long? I am online. I am on my phone.
And you're listening. When you leave,
yes,
you re-listen to the show you just
I do.
did.
I do.
and
I
take
like to
notes.
re-listen. Yes, that's true. Also true.
You send ET notes after every show. I know that.
I'm not intangibly rich at all. I'm intangibly poor.
Do you want to hear Gladstone?
Yeah.
Adding Hunter is intangibly rich?
Yes, please.
Adding people who are intangibly rich. And Travis, in fact, as a player, is rare. But as a person, he's also rare.
Oh.
And beyond that, when we say that the idea of inviting people into our ecosystem who by being nothing more than who they are elevate the space is the epitome of what Travis is.
Boom.
And we're not going to ask him to be any more than him because by doing so he elevates not only this football team, not only this city, but the sport itself, right? Along the way.
He's going to listen to this.
You can count however many drafts you want to. There are players who have the capacity to alter a game.
Alter a game.
There are players who have the capacity to alter the trajectory of a team.
The team.
There are very few players who have the capacity to alter the trajectory of the sport itself.
Whoa.
Travis, while he has a lot to still earn, in our eyes, has the potential to do just that.
Oh, I love this
So it's an exciting step for us to take, and obviously a lot of work to be done because while Travis's dream is now reality, he's still dreaming in a different way than most do. He prepares in a different way than most do.
Yeah!
Oh, my God, this guy.
I love this guy. I love this guy. Elevate. He's going to elevate the
says
sport.
a lot without really saying much of anything.
Do you have the... Is this from his press conference last night? Okay, so I was in there. Do you have the one when they asked him about giving up the capital and him saying, "Don't worry about it, I'm good. I got some experience at this." Because he almost, he's so confident. He was like, I tell the fans, don't worry, you got the right guy in charge, basically.
Okay, they asked him where his confidence comes from.
No, that was one where he just said, "Don't be afraid. Don't have fear." Well, it was a good answer.
Was there a plan to get Hunter before? Framework with Browns. Let's try that.
Try that one.
I don't know when it was exactly. It wasn't today or yesterday.
This is when did the deal done?
But, we had agreed on the framework, and then it was just sitting with it.
Yeah.
All the way up until they were on the clock. Yeah, I think this was certainly a statement for, how we plan to move, how we plan to operate.
Yeah.
I think
bold.
We did a lot of talking up to this point and wanted to make sure that we showed through action exactly what those words mean. And I think that this is certainly a reflection of a lot of the catchphrases, or so to speak, catchphrases that may have been presumed as much, but this is a real visual representation of what all of that means.
Well, it is. It is a visual representation. So, it was. I mean, he made it happen. He made it happen, and he got us Travis Hunter, and we go from there. Okay, so what are we left with? 2 third-rounders, 2 fourth-rounders going forward. We have 9 picks left still, which is what we had when the day began. It was just in different spots. We gave up 36. We won't have a pick in the second round now. Again, this guy, I don't know, tell him if he sees a player, he's going to go get him. I'll tell you that. And here's where I applaud the Jags. And this is, I think, critical. And I think we all have to understand this. And this is what I like about this group. They came in, and they're the first group in a long time to tell us and then show us that the draft is the lifeblood of the franchise. Not free agency, but the draft. The draft is where they got to find the guys who are special. And they started that out yesterday. They didn't go crazy in free agency, remember? And even when you hit in free agency, it's still there are long-term ramifications that don't necessarily help you. You have to find your players and build championship teams in the draft. And the Jags set themselves up by not going crazy in free agency, by adding 10 guys who they like, but I don't think any of them are going to be superstars. couple young guys have the chance to be good. We'll see. But overall, it's the draft where they're going to get their guys. And that's what they did starting with Travis Hunter last night. And that's important to note because they are committed. They are committed to the draft. And I think that's a big part of it going forward for the Jaguars. So adding Travis Hunter, huge night for the Jags. Everybody giving them kudos. Yes, they gave up. Some of you, they gave up too much. I get it. If we stink next year, not going to be a good thing. They don't plan on stinking. And so now this kind of is going to start to turn back as sort of we've been figuring. This is going to start to turn back to number 16. And now number 16 is going to have to elevate. And he's going to have to fit into the ecosystem. And he's going to have to be who he is. And he's going to have to be intangibly rich. And he's going to have to make some freaking plays on Sunday. Because he's got Brian Thomas Jr. on the left and Travis Hunter on the right. And you want to talk about body control by an athlete. Watch Travis Hunter's film. Watch his film and watch his body control. You tell me how you're going to cover those two guys. Ooh. We had Brian Thomas Jr. on the show last night. And this is before the draft, JJ. And I kept pressing him about Travis Hunter. And I said, okay, let me phrase it another way. Because he's, he gave this standard. Like, it was like, well, what do you think if we get Travis Hunter? Well, that's out of my pay grade. They love to say that.
Great player.
Yeah. That's not my decision to make. That's above my pay grade, blah, blah, blah. They love that catchphrase line. They've been taught that line by the PR staff. Hey, guys, if anybody ever asks you about something that you have no control over, just say that's above my pay grade. Because they all use it. Every player uses it.
I use it around here.
Yeah, exactly. JJ, can you believe what Cowart did? That's above my pay grade. That's above my pay grade. So anyway, so I said, well, let me phrase it another way. How are they going to stop if you're on the left side and Travis Hunter's? Oh, he goes, that would be unstoppable.
Love that.
But
so you think the majority of plays he'll get on the offensive side, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He will start out. Now, you heard Campanile in there.
Pumped.
And he's going to fight for him. It's a tug of war. But they said part of the plan is to immerse him in the offensive side first because there's more to learn on that side of the ball. In other words, and I don't know, again, not an X's and O's expert, ladies and gentlemen, said that my whole life. But defensively, I think we can throw him out there and say, just cover that guy. Don't let him catch it.
I'm sure there's a little more to it than that.
Of course there is. But in the big scheme of things.
Yeah.
Now, they will use him, I would think, and Loggeman was guessing last night, who knows a lot more football than me.
Yes.
That he would go in nickel packages, which are like, say that's like 65%.
I was about to say, nowadays you're playing a lot of nickel.
Right? A lot. But say let's say they use him, so then he gets some plays off on defense, but he's in on offense a lot. I think, and again, if you're Travis Hunter, you take a little peek see at the salary structure. You play receiver. They make more. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. That's who this guy is, by the way. Right? That's who they tell us he is.
So you'll think he'll be an elite wide receiver on the level of those guys?
Go look at the comps and the ceilings, bro. Do you know who they listen?
I certainly hope so. I'm not.
They told me last night. They told me he's the best receiver in the draft.
Wow.
No. They told me and he's the best corner in the draft.
Okay.
You know
That's
who
what I asked earlier. I wasn't sure if if he was just a corner, where he would be ranked.
Yeah. No, they told me he's the best receiver and he's the best corner.
I can believe that. Not a crazy heavy receiver draft.
No, and JJ, I will say this. That was before they drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
That was before they drafted him. He's the best receiver in the draft, and he's the best corner in the draft. His comp as a corner is Champ Bailey. His comp as a receiver is Justin Jefferson. That's what I'm talking about. There are those who have said he's not just the best prospect in this draft, he's the best prospect for the next 10 years. Like, the football people view him as out of this world.
Like an Ohtani type.
Yes, you heard Andrew Barry said that. The guy who traded him.
We're going to hear a lot of that around here.
Uh-huh.
I want to hold off. I shouldn't have even said that name.
Well, you
just
did.
Because he's so elite at both pitching and hitting.
That's
I
fair.
don't even. But we're gonna hear so much of that, man.
But
we're gonna put so much pressure on this kid.
The GM put pressure on.
Yeah.
Did you hear him? He can alter not just
the game of football.
Yes, he's not
the
going to
sport.
Yeah, he's not going to. Not only is he going to alter our franchise, our city, but the sport of football. That's what he said. He will alter the sport of football. Now, some of you out there are like, Hicken, settle down. You're out of control. Relax. I'm just telling you what these people are telling me. I'm just passing this along. I don't know. You guys are the experts. You guys decide. But I think at this particular date, going and getting a guy like that who's the best player in the draft is a huge win for the Jaguars. It's a huge. And listen, you know me. I criticize the hell out of this football team. I'll be the first one to, but I think for a 34-year-old general manager to jump in his first draft, not flinch, and pull this deal off is impressive. And it was like no fear, no flinch. What do we got to do to get this guy? And I was watching a Browns fan on social media, and he was ticked. And it's funny because they ended up taking Mason Graham, who would have been a safe pick, who we could have taken at 5.
Conservative pick.
Right? And we'd be here today, and we'd be saying, okay, but we wouldn't have this kind of excitement.
No, but I said it before the show. I'll say it again. People are going to hate on me for saying this,
right.
but I don't care.
Yeah.
The new Titans fan I am.
Yeah, I don't like that.
If the Jags and Cleveland were swapped,
yeah,
I think we would have come in this morning and said, wow, James Gladstone, I can't believe this young kid absolutely fleeced the Browns like that.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like that, they gave up a lot, and it's very, very, very risky, and he made a splash, and I get it, and they got the best player. But if roles were reversed, I think Jags fans might be saying, damn, he did a really good job, and we got a ton of picks. And this team has a terrible roster, and now we can really build with all these picks.
Now, look, here's there are fair comments on the text line. I'm excited about this pick, but they said the same stuff about Trevor Lawrence. We haven't seen that yet. That's fair. That's fair. That's all the same lies they say about Lawrence, and he sucks. Well, he doesn't suck, but yeah.
Generational, that type of stuff.
Yes.
Best prospect in years.
Yes.
We do have to break, but quickly, we have a special guest on the line.
Oh, what do we
who
got?
I think wants to celebrate. His name is Emmanuel.
Oh, he was happy. I don't know where he was. I mean, it's about Have you ordered your Travis Hunter jersey yet?
Well, I think the appropriate question is, have you ordered my Travis
Oh,
Hunter
I got to get that.
Is he going to be number 12?
I bet he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, he about, bruh.
Yeah.
We about to be so litty now that we got Travis Hunter in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Was that crazy though?
my
E?
goodness.
Was that crazy? When did you start hearing about it? Where you were over at the
Lemon Bar,
and you interviewed Brian Thomas Jr. When you interviewed him, was it being talked about or no?
Yes, it was being talked about, but I didn't mention anything like that to BT because he's a quiet guy. But there was a lot of chatter, and I was telling the guys, I'm like, hey man, this thing might happen for real. And sure enough, like as the draft got closer and closer, a lot of people were talking about it, and boom, it happened. And your boy jumped in the pool, Dan. I went diving.
You went in the pool?
Michael Phelps, baby.
Cell phone and all.
Clothes on and all.
Is there video? Do we got video?
Yeah, it's all over. It's all over social media.
Oh my God, I got to see this.
I went in the pool.
Of course you did. Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
I called it.
Yeah.
I'm a prophet.
You're a
prognosticator. Dan, I called it. Trade up. Do what you got to do. Go get them.
They did. You were right. You were right on that one. I give you credit, man. That was I just didn't want to give up as much as you were willing to give up, but nonetheless,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. And I don't think
there's going to be so many 12 jerseys in the stands. All the kids don't want to come to the game and see Travis Hunter.
I will agree with you about this, JJ. From a business standpoint, you bet ShotCon was all in.
ShotCon loves this.
You bet ShotCon was all in. Yeah.
Especially you got the new stadium soon.
Sure.
And,
But think about all the eyes that were just watching Travis Hunter at Colorado. They're going to want to see Travis Hunter and Jags. What is Travis going to do? We might get another extra primetime game because of Travis Hunter, man.
Yeah. Well, especially when the Jags draft Shador in the 6th round as a backup.
No. All right, man. Well, I'm glad you went in the pool. How long did you stay out there? How long did you stay out there?
I shut her down, man.
Yeah.
He knew he didn't have to work this morning.
Yeah. I figured you would.
Yes, sir.
I figured you would. All right, my man. Well, what time are you coming in?
Noon.
You're the noon guy today?
Noon to 4.
Yeah, I'm the noon guy.
All right. Noon to 4 today. All right. So you'll get a little taste of E a little bit later. We got JJ here right now. We're rocking and rolling. Thank you for calling in, my friend. Congratulations. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Get more horsepower under the hood.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing drivers.
This Sunday at Talladega. NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC expert, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a Big.
If Liam Cohen is looking to replicate what he had in Tampa Bay with a pair of talented receivers, the 6'4" Ted McMillan would be amazing to pair with Brian Thomas Jr. McMillan is a possession receiver with the size and ball skills to create big wins deep. He also has a knack for adjusting his routes and working back on throws, which would certainly make Trevor Lawrence's job a whole lot easier.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the trumpet call heard round the world. Experience the thrill of the Kentucky Derby at Best Bet. Saturday, May 3rd, witness the most exciting 2 minutes in sports and dive into the action with live wagering. This could be your lucky day. Mark your calendars and join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine on May 3rd for the Kentucky Derby. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Dan and Jeff take you down the fairway with the PGA Tour professionals.
Keep an eye on this one.
Crunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation, 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, in talking about the quality of cut of a diamond, is there a particular diamond cutter that's known as the best?
Frank, the answer is yes, and that would be Hearts on Fire, who have the world's most perfectly cut diamond, and we have them now at Underwoods. When anybody comes in and looks at one of these diamonds, the first thing they say is, wow! That's because these diamonds are cut from absolute maximum beauty and are really worth seeing, so you have an idea of how good a diamond can really look. They have perfect polish, perfect symmetry, and perfect proportions, and are backed up with an American Gem Society diamond quality document. Now, not every diamond could be a Hearts on Fire diamond because only certain rough diamonds in the hands of the most skilled cutters working in state-of-the-art cutting facilities can cut these. In fact, only 200 diamond cutters out of the 1 million people employed in the diamond cutting trade are skilled enough to cut Hearts on Fire diamonds.
See Hearts on Fire now at Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. You just heard from E. At the end of the drill, we hand out a prize pack. JJ, do you have the prize that we're handing out?
Yes, I have a pair of tickets to UB40 at St. Augustine Amphitheater Saturday, August 23rd.
And I'll let JJ decide how he wants to give it out, but we'll give it out at the end of this segment. I'll remind you that you can then call. I have found the video of E jumping in the pool, and I reposted it on Twitter. So if you want to see E, the hype man, that forever hype man, having a good time. And he's Coast Guard, so that's why he's a tremendous swimmer, former Coast Guard man. And, yeah, he went in. It's kind of a belly flop, though.
It was. It wasn't the best dive I've ever seen.
No, it wasn't a great dive.
He obviously is in his cups a little bit.
Yeah.
He did the whole, what's his name, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
With the beer.
Okay.
And poured it all over himself before going in the pool. I just loved it.
Yeah.
I love the excitement.
He's the best. So, anyway, with that said, sports concepts and rationalizations, in case you didn't know, Travis Hunter's a Jag.
Oh.
Yeah. Breaking news this morning. But there was a big basketball game last night. I didn't even get to see a lick of it. My Knicks eked out a win over the Pistons.
Some questionable calls at the end.
I guess there have been the last 2 times.
I was double screening, and I had to turn the volume down on the draft to turn the volume up on the Knicks game at the very end because you guys are up like 2 or I believe maybe even 1. And they inbound the ball, and he catches it and has a foot down on one side of the court as he's going to the back.
He went over and back is what.
Yes. But the refs are saying that he never, I guess, like fully, it's like, what is the catch? He never fully got the ball, and I don't know how they word it, but on one side of the court, going to the other side.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the right call, but it looked very, very, very questionable at the time. And if the Pistons get the ball there, they can win. Instead, they had to keep fouling, and at that point, there's like barely any time left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Knicks got a little lucky on that one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a huge win. I mean, you lose that one if you're the Knicks. Wow.
Right.
Season might be a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been bad. And listen, all it does is the Knicks beat everybody in the East except the Celtics and the Cavs. But Detroit's a decent team. We thought it was going to be a kind of a lengthy series. And
I still think it will be.
Yeah, I think Detroit will probably come back and win the game 4, and we'll go back to New York. But we'll see.
It's really the only series in the East that's got me any type of excited. I mean, I guess if Milwaukee wins the next game, maybe that won't be worth watching. But yeah, the East is it's such the JV compared to the West right now. No offense to the Knicks.
No offense.
Even though I still think Boston's the best team in the whole thing.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was going on last night in the world of baseball. Kind of a day off for all of our teams, so we're back at it starting today. But the Mets have played great baseball out of the gates.
Did you guys sweep the Phillies?
We did. We swept them like it was nobody's business. It was beautiful. And so we enjoyed that. We go to Washington, and our buddy Daniel Murphy will be up there doing the series for SNY this weekend. So doing a little broadcasting.
So who's y'all's rotation right now? I really have not watched much of the Mets at all.
Well, you know what's great, and I didn't realize this. So you traded Soler
to the Angels
for Griffin Canning.
And then I don't think
you released him
immediately within 2 days. And he plays for you guys.
He pitches for us and has been great.
Really?
Yes.
That really pisses me off, man.
And that usually goes the opposite way.
Yeah, I thought they were going to keep him as an innings eater.
He has been terrific, and we're glad to have him. I think he's 3-1 with a 3 ERA.
Dang.
He pitched 5 innings against the Phils the other day, gave up 1 earned run. Pitched 6 innings against the Cardinals, gave up 1 earned run. Pitched 5 2/3 against the Astros. His only bad outing, and it wasn't terrible, was 5 1/3 against the A's. He did give up 4 runs, but he's been very good. Look, I don't think he's like a all-star, but as a 4 or 5 pitcher,
is it better than that?
Man, he is. Yeah, and so the only thing we're doing is trying to lengthen them out. We want these guys to get 6 and 7 innings, but the starting pitching has been great for the Mets. And yeah, I like the fact that he was there in the Braves. You had him in your clutches and you just let him go. So that's been a big positive for us. On the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosure. Here's my positive take. The kid is an amazing, possibly generational athlete. They need both a wide receiver and a corner. They get a guy who would be a first rounder at either position. That's that's very positive. It's a very positive take. Good morning, Duval, Travis, Bleepin' Hunter. What a day. That's a positive one.
I hope.
I texted you on Wednesday that if you could get an all-pro receiver this year and an all-pro corner next year, would you do it? We just did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about expectations.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, they are through the roof with this guy. I'm telling you, but it's the football people who have created these expectations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he'll be a great player. Will he be an all-pro at both positions? I think probably not.
Probably not. That I would have to say probably not. But I don't know.
No, we don't.
Who?
I'm glad, though, that he's coming just as a football fan. I'm glad he's going to a team that it looks like is going to let him play on both sides. And, with a young GM, young coach, an owner who really isn't hands-on like that. Everything is pointing towards, hey, let the guy go out and do what he can do.
Yeah.
We just heard it from the quotes last hour by Gladstone. I think they're just going to let this kid be whatever he can be, and I love that. It's like you've heard so many shield heads, which is what we call them on the lunch bunch, of these NFL people, the guys that love the NFL, that are just no, you can't play both sides. Come on, that's crazy.
Right.
I hope he does the Ohtani and proves everybody wrong, because we heard the same stuff about Ohtani.
Sure we did. You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited that your guy, Cam Ward,
legend,
his first touchdown pass will be to Travis Hunter.
Pick 6. Yeah, I like that they get to play twice a year. That's pretty cool. Again, like, because there is a natural rivalry. One won the Heisman, one finished right behind him, and then one was number 1 overall, and he was 2nd overall. So, you know, it started out as the Cam versus Shador rivalry, like all offseason, but it's clear that that's not really going to be a thing, I guess.
Right.
I don't see Shador being a starter next year. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. The Browns could still take him. But, yeah, I think this, you know, they're in the same division now, too. Hunter and Ward. Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool thing to watch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great, and I look forward to it. And I couldn't be happier that our GM went up and got this guy. I thought that was terrific. So a lot of good things going on in Jacksonville, and young regime that we'll see how they're able to put this football team together. They got a lot of work to do this weekend. They got 9 guys, and we don't have a big like we have to sign like 20 unrestricted rookie free agents.
Well, they didn't sign like any of their own.
Right.
I think like Van Lanen the other day was like the only free agent that they brought back.
Yeah,
so it's not, they have a lot of guys to sign. Now, do you think they do what they did last draft and use all the picks? Or do you think they trade, like use a couple of these thirds to get back into the second? Or like, what do you think happens tonight?
It's a great question. And we'll talk about it throughout the morning. But I think this guy is not afraid. And I used to be a big proponent of go up because you get better players. The problem is we drafted so terribly, we didn't get better players when we went up. I think this guy knows how to do it.
Yeah,
but
like
I also
the Devin
think
Lloyds of the world.
But I also think this guy helped find. I don't know how much credit he gets. A lot of credit with what happened with the Rams, but Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams,
hidden gems.
Yes, in the what's the defensive lineman's name that they got in the 3rd round? Colby Young, is that his name? They got some really good football players in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. So he likes to swing the bat, and he wants as many at bats. Byron Young,
yes,
as he can have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of okay with either way that he goes, to be honest with you. But the draft is here. We're going to continue on. Here's what we're going to do: 641-1010 right now. Do you want to do a certain caller number? Or you just want to?
Yeah, let's do caller number 4 right now.
Tell them what they're going to win.
Pair of tickets to see UB40 at St. Augustine Amphitheater Saturday, August 23rd.
Okay, this is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
I don't know if it should be the biggest story of the draft around these parts. Obviously, Travis Hunter is, but boy, everybody's talking about Shador Sanders. I don't know why. I don't know that he was ever really, very early on he was mocked high, but as the weeks went on, you saw that he slipped. I don't think there's anything personal. In the end, the NFL will take any kind of player any way if they think he can play. And I'm not saying Shador Sanders can't. Shador Sanders is going to get an opportunity. He might be the first guy off the board tonight, but in the end, he was not a first-round pick. He has a lot of good things going for him, but he's also not, I guess, elite at anything, and in terms of arm strength, athleticism, etc. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in the National Football League going forward. He'll get an opportunity. It's just a question of when and where.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Don't answer that.
Yeah. What's your name? This is 1010XL. What are you? Jacksonville Sports Radio.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location: Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Hey, beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. I get those cleaning freaks out to my house all the time. I love them. Why? It makes my house look better, smell better, feel better. It's terrific. You step into a fresher, cleaner home this spring with Zero Res, man. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. You'll get 25% off all cleaning services. Yeah, I said it, 25% off. That's, by the way, carpets. You can do the air ducts, upholstery, rugs, hard surfaces, whatever you want. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727, and go online at zeroresjacksonville.com. Just say, hey, man, I heard Hicken talking about it. I want the Hicken special. I want the 1010 special. And they'll take great care of you with the 25% off. Zero Res, man, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
This Work Zone Awareness Week, take a moment to think about the people behind the cones. Road workers risk their lives to keep Florida highways safe. Speeding, distractions, and ignoring signs can be deadly. Slow down, stay alert, and follow the rules. It's the best way to protect workers and yourself. Together, we can make a difference. From the Florida Department of Transportation, respect the zone so we all get home.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm just super excited, I get to go back home, but also, somewhere I wanted to play, and I'm so excited that they picked me. The crazy part is I had no conversation with them outside of the combine, so I didn't know what to expect, and I'm excited that they came and picked me. I wanted to cry, but I can't cry right now because I'm too excited.
That's your newest Jacksonville Jaguar. That's Travis Hunter. I'll give you a couple guys that I would be interested in round 3. And because I when I start talking about the offense, I get excited about Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. How good is this Arroyo kid from Miami?
Oh, my God. I'm in love with that guy.
Can we get him in the 3rd round?
He's a dog. And he's not going to be like a blocking type guy.
No,
this is a strictly,
an
Evan Ingram. He would be Evan Ingram's replacement.
They may not go for that then. Because they let Evan Ingram. They want his offense is the big blocking.
Then I wouldn't see them getting him.
Okay, he's more of a receiver.
Were you surprised that Loveland went before Warren last night?
Yes and no. Yes, in the respect, sometimes we overthink these things. Warren was the guy the whole way, but then you started hearing, I think this Loveland guy's better. He was not in college.
I was about to say, but just as someone who sits on my couch for 12 hours every Saturday, and I am drinking beers while I'm watching, but it's just from the average Joe, it always looked like Warren was definitely better than Loveland all seasons. But, I don't know their ceiling and how fast he ran the 40 or any of that crap. But I just thought on the screen this year on Saturdays, Warren was up there. He was the number 1 tight end. And I thought Arroyo was better than Loveland.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I loved the other guy. I'm a Hurricane, but I thought Arroyo is a freak, man. He's a playmaker. He's going to be awesome in the league.
The other guy that I like is Mason Taylor, the tight end from LSU.
Mm-hmm.
So and I don't know again if
Jason Taylor's son.
Yes. Joy Taylor's nephew.
Oh, fun fact.
The SEC had 15 picks. The Big Ten had 11, 26 of the 32 picks Thursday night. But the interesting story is, and that's true, the great story, I think, of the draft is Cam Ward in this respect. Not that I like him or anything. He's a Titan. He can GTH. But I think the great story is the kid was a 0-star coming out of high school.
Awesome. Went to Incarnate Word.
Yes. And here's the thing. Like I hear him interviewing him, and I wonder about this sometimes. Like, well, what did you do? What belief, resilience, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he was just, hey, man, I'm playing at Incarnate Word. I'm having a good time. And you know what? I got better. And then Washington State called, and I was like, sure, why not? And I got better.
And I didn't watch him really at Washington State, but everyone said he had turnover problems and everything. That's not what I saw at Miami. The only turnovers he had at Miami were just like really stupid, trying to do too much stuff. But yeah, he obviously just got better and better and worked his ass off. And everyone always said, like, this guy is, in there, first one in there, last one out, type stuff. But he works so hard to get where he's at. He's not just, it's not all based off arm talent.
No,
and
it's
stuff like
a good story.
I love the kid.
15 picks for the SEC, the most for a first, matches the most first-round picks by a single conference in a draft. But what I take from this is that the 11 picks for the Big Ten, the most for the conference in a first round of a single draft. The Big Ten is coming, right? They've won the national championship 2 years in a row. So they are now, to me,
they got Oregon, they got USC.
Yeah, they're equal with the SEC now. Mano y mano.
Equal?
Well, I mean,
I would say top. They're a lot more top heavy than the SEC.
So are we. So is the SEC.
I think that like a Florida last year, who probably finished, 8th in the SEC? I don't even know. But they are way better than the 7th or 8th place team in the Big Ten.
Well, that's just because we
the
finished
Ole
strong.
Miss last year is way better than whoever finished like 4th in the Big Ten. Just because like Ohio State was better than Georgia last year, the teams at the top. I don't buy that. I get that they're obviously the second best, but I don't think they're close to the SEC.
All right.
By the way, the betting odds last night were 14.5 players for the SEC and 9.5.
Oh, man, they were right on it.
Yeah, for the Big Ten.
Of course they were.
So both went over, but barely.
Yeah, of course they were. I don't like how they try to, people try to break down the numbers in the trade. It's
like how each trade is worth a certain number, a score.
This is what they say. The Jaguars trade cost via draft tech. If Jacksonville drafts 5th next year, Browns win the trade by 1,289 points. Value of pick 10. Jax drafts pick 19. In other words, they make the wild card. Browns plus 464. Jax wins 2025 Super Bowl. Browns still win the pick.
Wow.
So
see, that's what I was saying.
According to the points.
Yeah.
But I don't get... Listen to me.
I know.
But here's why it's stupid. First off, we're not winning. But if the Jags won the Super Bowl, we won the trade.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So that isn't why...
I'm just really worried about... the Jags have naturally a track record of drafting very high. They don't have a great roster. You know that they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, that this is a, rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
So to not have next year's number 1 pick is concerning to me. But if this kid's good enough to be great at 2 positions, like you said, that is another pick.
Yes.
But I'm very concerned.
Yeah. I'm
worried.
I'm very excited. I don't... Liam Cohen last night, we have a plan right now of him playing primarily on offense, with him learning the defensive system and practicing on the defensive side of the ball as well throughout this offseason program. So they have a plan in place, which I like. They need to. So we'll see how that goes and how they use Travis Hunter. But, yeah, very, very excited. I can't wait to see him in a Jaguar uniform. Now, look, what we do... We being the local media, when we come out of training camp, he'll be the greatest player in the history of football.
Dude. I'm not even that. Rookie OTAs or whatever they're called.
Whatever it is. Whatever.
Yeah, the rookie camp.
As soon as we see him. So,
that route he ran.
Yeah.
That catch is flawless. The way he moves, he's just walking on air out there.
Do you see him chop his feet in that? I mean, I'm telling you guys, I've never seen anything like that.
I've never seen a cornerback like
this. So take all that with a grain of salt, folks. We'll see starting in September. But I do believe we got a special player. And
hell yeah.
Again, it starts to turn back towards our quarterback. And he's got to be better. And I know this is the other thing that I argue with a lot of the fans. Well, if we don't get an offensive line, it doesn't matter, blah, 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 blah. Our offensive line was not terrible yesterday or last year. They all tell me it was god-awful. It was not god-awful. We had 32 sacks, JJ. You know how many the Bears gave up?
Well,
68.
Well, they're like the worst of the worst.
Well, we were in the 20s, bro. 25th. Yeah. That's good.
I don't think the offensive line is good. Maybe that stat, I don't know. Maybe that stat's a little deceiving.
I don't think the offensive line is bad. I think it's mediocre, average. I don't think it was out of this world. We averaged 4.2 yards a carry running the ball. You know where that stands? Right in the middle. Right in the middle. Pass protection was even better. So
you're putting it more at the hands of quarterback play.
Did you hear Dave Weidel call in our show yesterday?
No, I don't wake up early enough for this show.
He had a great point. And he said this. And I thought this was interesting. Because we were talking more about Ashton Genty yesterday morning. We kind of thought Ashton Genty, right?
Shows how fast things change.
Yes, it does. It does. But we were talking about it this way. And Dave had a good point. He said, when I was with Dallas, we had Tuanay and Nate Newton, and everybody told us we sucked. And then we drafted Emmett. And then I went to Denver, and we had a guy named Lanier and Zimmerman, and everybody said we sucked. And then we drafted TD.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, even here, we had two pretty good running backs in the 90s. We had James Stewart and Natron Means. They're pretty good. But then we drafted Freddie T. And the offensive line got better each time. In other words, you have an elite running back.
It helps you look better.
It helps you look better. Now, the Jags.
I did remember you saying that on XL Primetime yesterday. Leon did not love that.
That's right. He did. But it was a good point. The Jags have chosen to go with Travis Hunter because he's a better football player by everyone's account, and he can help on defense. But if you have Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, that should make the ground game better. That should make the ground game better,
I agree.
too. Now, ETN and Bigsby should be breathing a little sigh of relief.
Especially ETN.
But I will say this. I would not be shocked if the Jags still take a running back in the 4th round or 5th round. And
this is a deep running back draft, man.
There's a lot of running backs out there. But also at some point, we do need to address the trenches. And you do build inside out. And so it will be, they're going to have to attack that as well. So I think if he stays in the 3rd round, he'll get one big man and he'll get one, more of a skill player type corner, tight end, running back, something like that. We'll see. All right, we're warming up. We got Denny. Denny's coming up next. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Who are you? Bruce Wayne.
He's not Batman. He's the fat man who isn't overweight. Batman! Fat Tony. Fat Tony. Batman! 10 to noon weekdays. Batman! On 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think the same. We pay a lot of money, premiums monthly. We add it up. We go, dang, that's a lot. So if something happens, we need answers. We got to get those answers right away. And Craig and Chris Kaprowski agree, from Goosehead Insurance, by the way. They understand 2 words, customer service. You call them, something's happened to you, they get you answers right away. You call them, you need them, they don't answer, they call you right back. Sometimes in this day and age, customer service gets lost, but not with the Kaprowskis. If it's homeowners, if it's auto, if it's flood, if it's boat, small business, Kaprowskis will be there. I speak from experience. I've dealt with them numerous times. My family has dealt with them numerous times. Get an insurance checkup today. You might be surprised. They saved me $300 on my mortgage payment. Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, Koproski at Goosehead.com, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC expert, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 3:20 for the latest in sports injuries. From all the big names in the game, who's MIA, who's coming back from injury. Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 3:20.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the boat show and see what this Boating Made Simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the boat show this month to learn about Boating Made Simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
I'm Liz Gruby, the Jacksonville Business Journal's events director, and on May 15th, we're shining a spotlight on young professionals who are boldly leading the way in business and making our major impact in our community. I'd love for you to join us for our 40 Under 40 Awards as we celebrate these up-and-comers and their achievements. Don't miss this inspiring afternoon of networking and celebration. Tickets are going fast. You have to get them before May 6th. And for more information and tickets, visit jbjevents.com.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Awaken 180. Jags' new general manager James Gladstone certainly made a statement last night when he traded up to grab arguably the best player in the draft, Travis Hunter. Gladstone, who came from the Rams, brought along the reputation of getting or trading whatever they needed to win now. Now with the Jags, Gladstone states his trend will continue.
Yeah, I think this was certainly a statement for how we plan to move, how we plan to operate. I think we did a lot of talking up to this point and wanted to make sure that we showed through action exactly what those words mean. And I think that this is certainly a reflection of a lot of the catchphrases, or so to speak, catchphrases that may have been presumed as much, but this is a real visual representation of what all of that means.
Sound courtesy of Jaguars.com. It's 70 degrees at 8:04. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
All right, going to visit with Denny Thompson here, the quarterback whisperer, but we're not talking quarterbacks right yet. We're going to talk about Travis Hunter.
Let's go.
I'm legitimately, I'm just clapping it up for the franchise, and I haven't done that very often lately. I thought it was great move, gutsy move, big cojones move by the GM. This young, baby-faced assassin just goes and makes this deal out of they kept it quiet. They did it all the right way, and we got the best player in the draft. These are the football people telling me this. This isn't me telling you this. This is football people telling me, this guy is the best receiver in the draft, the best corner in the draft, the best this, the best. This GM is telling me he's going to alter the game, not the sport. He's going to change the way the sport is viewed.
That's what a top 5 pick is supposed to be. He's supposed to be game-changing.
Yeah.
Does things that nobody else can do.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you get the quarterback run that we've had the last couple of years. So it changes that.
But now you're looking at this, and you look at this roster, and if you're being really real, like we have the guy that everybody said was the generational quarterback, the best quarterback to ever come out, number 1 overall pick. Then you've got Trayvon Walker, number 1 pick. You got Josh Hines Island, very high pick.
Yeah, 7th.
Now you've got this guy who is supposed to be different than anybody else who's come through, and I'm not, when I say supposed to, I believe that. I'm just going like you are with what everybody's saying, and you've got him on your roster. If you can't win now, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have that guy that you can't get any other year. When you have that guy, you're supposed to trade up and you're supposed to strike, and that's what they did.
So let's talk about on the grass. I've got Brian Thomas Jr. on one side. I got Travis Hunter.
Forgot about Brian when I was saying that. Yeah.
I got those two guys on the field at all times. I mean, if not now, Trev, when? This should be a dream for him. He should be like, I can't wait. I want to play. Let's play tomorrow. I want to throw to these guys right now. Travis is coming in at 2:00 today. Hey, at 3:00, go put some shorts on. I'm coming down. Let's throw some routes.
I mean, there's a lot of excited people. If you're the third receiver for Jacksonville, you're excited right now. If you're the tight end, you're super excited right now.
By the way, that's where De'Ami Brown and Parker Washington should be. I got no problem with them working out of the slot as little third receivers or whatever, however you want to line up. But when you're telling me they're their number 2 guys, I'm like, no. But now I've got this guy, Lageman, told me he's the best athlete on a field he's ever seen, like in the body control.
Just look at the catches he makes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane on both sides of the ball. The ball skills that this guy has is unlike anything that most people have ever seen.
Football instincts.
And it's been that way since he was in high school.
Right.
I remember him in high school very vividly.
Right.
And it was just like, wow, like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, little skinny kid out there just balling.
Yes.
I mean, they've got all the pieces. If they can find, and maybe they have it, but if they can have that difference maker tight end as well.
Right.
Then personnel-wise, you have to all look at those front 5.
Yeah.
But if they're even just above average, you should do well.
Yes. I would agree with that. And I think that's sort of what they've been trying to build. They tried to get some answers with the offensive line in free agency. Not that they broke the bank. I don't know if this backup center from Tampa is even better than Mitch Morse. But I do know this. He knows Liam Cohen's offense. He can help Trevor with line calls.
That's right.
So in that respect, that's a positive. The Macari guy from Baltimore, versatile. Yeah, I get it. Is he better than Sheriff? I don't know, but he'll start there, and we'll see. And then we'll see going forward. Anton, they got to get him to play better. And Walker Little, you got to play better. Ezra Cleveland, you got to play better. But they weren't horrible last year. Like you said, I thought they were mediocre. I thought they were an average offensive line. They only gave up 32 sacks. Everybody was like, I mean, that's...
Yeah, I thought there were times where, they needed to run the ball that they couldn't. There were times that they needed to make a play that protection broke. But if we're being real, there's a lot of luck in this thing, man.
Yeah.
When you go and you look at the really good teams, they've all got that third round, fourth round offensive lineman that's in his 10th year and is a dog.
Yeah.
And just worked out.
Right.
Right. And so if you can find you one or two of those to go with the base that you already have, I don't know, man, things could turn around pretty quickly. I also am very excited this morning. I'm still a Jags fan. Not as much as I used to be, obviously, but my son's excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how happy he was. Right.
That's the thing. I think for us, I agree with that because, like, I have a 30-year-old and a 20-year-old. And the 30-year-old, I even said what he said last night on Twitter, and I thought he had a great point. He's like, all y'all, we have picked like 80,000 dog bleep draft choices over the last whatever years, and all y'all are worried about giving up one or two for the future. Chill.
Yeah.
We just got this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, amen. You're right.
Completely. And when I say how happy he was, I'm talking about Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
See how happy he was?
That was the best.
That's what we need here.
Yes.
That's
my
what's
man
been
went
missing.
skipping down the hallway and whacked on the Jaguar logo.
Yes.
When he got drafted, he went with a smile as big as Christmas.
Yeah.
It was a great compared to
C.J. Henderson.
Thank you. A few years ago, where he was like, "You got to just," and a guy who loves football.
Yep.
You know, not like the receiver that Carolina took with the 8th pick.
Seth McMillan.
Yeah, this is a guy who loves the game. This is a guy who wants to be around the. This guy just loves. He was at the Savannah's Bananas doing backflips a couple weeks ago. I mean, he just loves.
He loves competition.
Yes,
he's a showman.
Yes,
which.
Well, Shad
Some
Khan
people don't like.
Shad Khan smiling.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
that's
let me tell you
what
something.
this needs.
JJ, football fan, right? Denny, football fan. Think about this area. You're a football fan. I haven't been to a Jags game, but gosh, I'd like to go see this Hunter kid play.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Heisman Trophy.
Yep.
He's a guy you go pay to see.
That's right. That's right.
There aren't many like that.
And I think those guys.
That's another where the Shohei Ohtani comparison comes in a little bit.
Yeah, he's a celebrity.
Oh,
Yeah.
no question.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to games early to see Shohei hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't just go to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You prepare to go to that game. No, I completely agree. I think it's exciting, and I think that's so infectious.
Mm-hmm.
In a locker room, it's infectious anywhere. It's infectious in 10-10 anywhere. When you get somebody that's got that big personality that just loves where they're at, and loves what they're doing, it just brings the room up.
My man said he was on Zillow the night before looking for houses in Jacksonville.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I heard him say he hadn't even heard
He
from
did,
Jacksonville.
but he said he just had this feeling.
He had a
awesome.
feeling.
He was talking to his girl. He's like, I haven't heard anything from Jacksonville. They've been very quiet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also was on Zillow last night looking for houses. I don't think we're in the same
Different
price
houses,
range, though.
yeah.
Loves to fish. Again, the pure joy in his face about coming here is awesome to me.
Yeah, he even said when he was interviewed, he's like, I'm coming home because
Yeah.
he's from, just this general area.
Yeah.
But
he's Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I think he was born in South Florida.
He was.
But he went to high school in Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's perfect for what. And I'm like your son. Can you sit here and say they gave up a lot? Yes, you can. But you don't have to. Why worry about that right now? If this kid turns out to be a Hall of Famer, then you should have given up one more first round.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so what it doesn't matter right now. Let's just enjoy this.
Amen. All right. What about I don't think the Shador Sanders saga.
Yeah, I don't think
Are
it's
we
a
surprised?
saga.
I don't
No.
think- yeah.
No.
Obviously, they're making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
And I get that. And they were saying, I was working, so I didn't get to watch, but the social media was upset at Kuiper because he's just, and JJ had a good point. It's just that Shador's name, best available, just kept running by.
But he's the only one that had it like that.
Yeah.
Like if you go on NFL Network and you go anywhere else, everybody else didn't have that. Everybody
That's what
else
makes
had
me
him.
think, like, is he on the payroll of
Right.
the Sanders?
That's
Like,
such
why
a-
is he pushing so hard?
I mean, he had him as the best player available when there were still some dudes available.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
he
what
said
are
he
we
was
doing?
the second best player in the draft.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
So
I mean,
what-
that's just foolishness.
Do you think he goes in the second round?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. I'm
Do you think Cleveland
not
has-
100% convinced he's the next one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Louisville? Shuck?
I don't know, man. I think that there's some guys that have similar traits. And then there's some guys that have elite traits like Jalen Milroe, and I've been consistent on this.
Oh, yeah.
You think Milroe goes before him?
I think it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I just, again, like we
I
just
would
said
love
about
to
Travis
see that.
Hunter.
Yeah.
When you put all these guys into a box and you go, what can this guy do that
Yes.
this guy can't do?
Milroe can do something that nobody else can
That's
do.
right.
Yeah. He's the fastest guy on your team, and he
Probably
can
the
run.
strongest arm
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
left in the draft.
Yeah.
He'd be the most athletic NFL quarterback immediately.
But damn, man.
Well,
his
easy
last
on
game-
that. I mean, Anthony's more athletic than he is.
Okay. Okay.
That ain't turning out so good right now. So,
Jeez.
Well, wouldn't you say he's the best rusher? He's the best running quarterback in the NFL if
I mean,
if he's
Lamar's
drafted
pretty.
tomorrow.
they say he's Lamar like
I
running.
know
He's
what
like
you're. I know what
faster
you're
than
saying.
Lamar.
I know what you're saying. I don't know the answer to that. I
I can't
watched
get
him
that
get
Georgia
the edge.
game out of my head.
Yeah.
I watched him get the
Oh,
edge against
God.
Georgia for an entire half
Yeah.
with ease.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not saying. I
But
think
you know
he's gonna
what
be a
bugs
good
me about
player.
him? I'm going to tell you what bugs me about him. I saw Saban talk. No, I don't know that. But I saw Saban talking about him. Saban said his whole junior year, every week I brought him in. I said, Jalen, if you just eliminate the mistakes, my man, you will play it at an elite level because he makes more big plays than anybody. I said, just eliminate the bad plays. Eliminate the bad plays. We talked about it every single week. And then I fast forward to his last game. the bowl game against Michigan. 10 plays, 3 turnovers.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you can't just tell a kid to eliminate the mistakes.
He didn't learn.
But that's reps.
Yeah.
That's reps. And
that's why I thought he'd go back to school.
Me too, actually.
What about the kid who got traded to the Tennessee kid? He just got traded to Dallas, though. He has something that no elite arm talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to play in the position, I guess.
There is. And I, again, this is not me saying. This is me purely talking about the draft and the draft process and the way this works.
I hear you.
I don't know, like, what does Shador do better and different than the rest of these guys?
And I think the league knows that. The one thing that bugs me a little bit about the Sanders situation is, listen, you use the name to your advantage, but you're not. If he can play, he would get drafted. They don't give a damn who you are. They don't give a damn what color you are. They don't give a damn
last name.
They don't care if you got 3 arms. If you can play quarterback in the NFL is going to take you.
The Giants made a decision, and that's a staff that has to be right.
Correct.
They didn't care what the name was.
And they spent more time with Sanders, reportedly, than anybody.
Right.
Like they said, Schoen was living in Boulder for a while.
And I think a lot of times, like, people think you're criticizing Sanders. No, it's like these are the best of the best at what they do.
Right.
And he is one of the best of the best. He is going to get drafted. I believe it will be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I mean, listen, it is what it is. It's entertainment. He generated a hype train that generated income and revenue for him. And he still got the rest of his life to go prove to everybody that they were wrong.
He'll get an opportunity. But again, I'll ask you again, does Cleveland has the first pick, 33rd, and they have our pick, 36th. You got 2 picks right there. But you don't take them if you don't believe in them.
Yeah.
And they have an extra first-round pick next year, so they can be thinking, look, let's ride with what we got, and then we'll go get Arch if things go bad.
Well, that's what I think moving forward. You look at next year's class.
Yeah.
And
Potentially.
It is.
Hold on, young man.
Nussmeier.
No, hold on, because there's some. I saw
Carson Beck, number 1 overall.
Well, I know. I mean, look, we'll see. Carson Beck would have fit in if Carson Beck hadn't gotten injured.
Oh, let's not talk about this.
I know.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't have led the Miami Hurricanes to a national title.
Right.
So
where did?
By the way, while you're looking for that quick plug for the podcast, I thought he was great. He was on my podcast this week.
Carson was?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Really good stuff.
Okay.
Well, plug the name of it.
Built for More Pod.
There you go.
At Built for More Pod. Yep.
And while you guys, while you're looking for that, Dan, did you hear Shador's what he does, Denny, after he's done talking now?
Oh,
legendary.
That's a sign off.
Legendary.
He does.
He
that
built a
all the
room
time.
in Dion's house to watch the draft. It has legendary written all over it.
Do you think?
It's a little
do
much.
you think when he was talking to coaches and they were saying goodbye, he
Legendary.
did that?
Legendary.
If he did that, probably wouldn't be a smart move.
That's probably why those reports came out that were like, this was one of the worst interviews of all time.
I'm just going to go on record and say that if he did, I am now a big fan.
Yeah, so we played it a lot in the first hour, but just for content.
Tomorrow's the day. We're going to be happy regardless. Legendary.
And then he just walks off.
Legendary. That's like, go Hawks.
With one,
Legendary. Go Gators. Legendary.
Wow.
Come on, man.
With one of the biggest chains I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, my God. How much did that chain cost? Holy cripes. Kids.
All right, read
sometimes
this
we
class
waste.
out.
Sometimes we waste money.
Sometimes.
All right. So Orlovsky gave us a list.
Okay.
All right. And that's fine. But some of these names, come on, bro. Settle the hell down in terms of next year's class. Arch Manning, okay.
If he comes out.
But he's got to prove. And good point.
Yep.
Uncle Peyton didn't.
If he comes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
They love the Mannings love that college experience.
They might be making a lot of money.
And they understand the
and
value.
now they're making tons of money.
Well, they understand the value of snaps.
Yes.
They understand the value of getting the snaps there instead of the NFL. So if he comes out. But go ahead. Yep.
I ain't sold on this guy, Drew Aller.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like Drew.
Okay.
I like Drew.
Prototypical NFL quarterback, arm size, but
well,
hasn't done it.
But I'll give you a second but on that.
Yeah.
He did it more this past year than he
Do you
has.
think Drew Aller, I don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Drew Aller Cam Ward threw for 380 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Gators in his first game at Miami. Do you think Drew Aller threw for 380 last year in any game?
No, but
I don't feel like he did.
I think Drew Aller would have been the second quarterback taken this year.
I know, but again, that's based on.
I know, but I'm just comparing the classes.
I really like to see him do it at some point in college.
I've never watched a Penn State game and been like blown away by his.
Right.
I don't think that they also they're that's not their offense either.
I know, but I gotta
Anyway, continue.
Okay,
I'm a fan.
Lenora Sellers.
He's a fun one, man.
He's fun.
He is a fun one.
He's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. But
intriguing.
Very.
I'm okay with that.
Put him ahead of a lot of people.
Here's one I don't think that you're going to tell me I'm crazy. I'm not sold on. Garrett Nussmeier.
He's awesome.
Awesome?
Yes.
You're crazy.
Garrett is super sudden. He definitely has some traits. He reminds me a lot of Mac Jones, like personality-wise and the way he approaches the game.
Okay.
I
love Mac. That's not what I'm looking for with my first-round pick.
I know, but I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I think Garrett, again, I'm comparing it to this year's class.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett may have gone like top 5 this year if he'd have come out.
Cade Klubnik.
Yeah, now that's the one I'm not sold on.
Okay.
That's the one that's getting a ton of hype. And I think it's a lot of it's because for whatever reason, I just don't watch Clemson.
I don't even think Dan said his name correctly.
Klubnik?
I think it's Klubnik.
I think it's Klubnik.
Is it Klubnik?
Yeah. But you go with whatever you want, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I don't understand the hype, but I
Thank you,
also will
JJ.
say that I have not
Son of a
watched
gun.
enough. Yeah.
Nico, I am leaving.
Yeah.
How can we put him on that list?
Yeah.
Sam Levitt.
I was
little
just
early.
talking about him yesterday.
Okay.
I love that kid.
You love everybody.
I do,
Arizona
man.
State, right?
He is.
Yeah, and they're all potential clients.
No, Sam's not. Sam's not.
Potentially, you might be.
No, I doubt
he
it.
might call. You don't know.
Yeah, I'd take it.
You take him.
I would take it
You're
in a
damn
heartbeat.
sure.
I mean, he is very sudden. Now, the thing about him though is they don't have Scatterboo this year.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to carry the load where he didn't have to. So you'll find a lot about him.
John Mateer.
Okay. All right.
He's the Oklahoma quarterback from Washington
Do
State.
y'all
I don't
know anything about this guy?
I don't know
wanted
anything
him
about
at Miami before Beck was on the circuit. I
is he
wanted
a
him at
client?
Miami.
Yes. Dog.
Glad we got that cleared up.
Just ask him.
Yeah.
But you like him.
Love him.
I know you do. How big is he?
I'm going to go 6'2", 230.
What does he do that's elite?
He can throw from every angle.
Okay.
He's athletic.
Okay.
He's just got that presence about him. Like
He'll
when
put
he walks
himself on
in.
the map at OU then.
No question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although Lincoln Riley ain't there no more.
Some people will tell you he's the best quarterback in college football
They
right
might.
now.
Dante Moore and Malachi Nelson. Got to prove it.
Yeah, Malachi?
That's
He's
the
on that
list. I'm just telling you the list.
Yeah, no.
This is the list I
No.
get from Orlovsky.
Yeah, I mean, Dante obviously is a talented kid, but nobody's seen anything from
And then
him.
your guy, I mean, obviously we go
Carson.
without saying.
Yeah.
We know what Carson. So Carson just got to get healthy. And again, I think Carson made a great business decision going to Miami. So good for him. But there is a but there. If he hadn't gotten hurt, he would have been drafted high. And again, people forget he did it in college.
Right.
So I like the guys who I've seen who I
Right.
can say, okay, I know what he can do.
But the cool thing about this is, like, you take a guy like Drew.
Mhm.
We all have an opinion on Drew. If Drew goes out and balls this year,
yes,
he's got a chance. I feel like
yes.
this year going in, like, there's 4 or 5 guys that you look at that you're like, oh, they got a chance to go number 1.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a fun year for quarterbacks. It's
That's
definitely
fair.
a better year.
I just want to look real quick, and then we'll wrap up with Denny Thompson. We got Denny Thompson in here. We're all excited. We love talking football with him. All right, Drew Aller last year threw for 309 against Kent State. Sorry, 17 of 21. Don't care. All right.
He struggled in that game, by the way.
You know what game? He had a great game.
Real talk.
Not really. He didn't have a great game. USC, because that was that Warren game.
Crazy comeback.
Yeah, but the Tyler Warren kid
He made some big plays.
he had like 15 catches.
He would just dump it off to him, and then he'd
but he
stiff
threw.
arm everybody.
He was 30 of 43 for 391, 2 touchdowns, but 3 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was his. Again, Notre Dame 12 of 23 for 135, bro.
Yikes.
Well, I mean,
in the playoff, bro.
I'm going to defend myself here and just
You
tell
better.
you guys, like, when I
You
make
better.
these, I don't watch a ton of football games,
Okay.
but I've seen these guys throw, and it's like,
I know
all right,
you
this
see
one
him.
looks a little
I
different.
get that. Yeah.
And we don't really work with Drew. I just have,
Yeah.
I know his trainer real well. I've seen Drew since he was a junior in high school. And I know the draft process is going to love him.
You're an expert. We're just guys that watch TV.
You get that part.
Right.
The draft process.
Process going to love him.
But, man, I think sometimes the process is a little off, just my opinion. Denny, it's great to see you. You do a great job.
You too.
Appreciate you. That's our buddy Denny Thompson. We got to take a break. We're a little bit over here. JJ, that's your fault. You're doing bad producing. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I know what you're trying to do.
1010XL.
I'm trying to free your mind, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
Free your mind. 1010XL's draft previews are brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida. Be a big.
Travis Hunter is an exciting two-way player whose world-class athleticism and ball skills help him shine on both sides of the field. Hunter is an instinctive, natural football player with a feel for making the biggest plays at the biggest time. Jacksonville would need to make a decision on where and how to play Hunter if they drafted him with the 5th pick, but he's capable of making a good number of winning plays as a future star, no matter the choice.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm Attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This Mother's Day season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. Buy a $75 gift card or more and guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes a perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings, tossed in over 30 bold flavors, paired with ice-cold beer and handcrafted cocktails, all in a laid-back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape, and you're home for sports, too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane Grill and Wings. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight? But it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a A failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Charles.
6.
Oh, so close. Betty for the steal.
What about the bank that helps you reach your financial goals? Synovus.
Let's see, judges. Yes, looks like we have a winner.
That's a number?
Sorry, Charlie. Remember, a solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Talk with Synovus about your potential today. Brought to you by Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The number was 4.
Shania Twain.
Let's go, girls.
Live in Jacksonville. Shania Twain. 2 incredible shows. Daly's Place, July 29th, and Due to Demand, second show added July 30th. With special guest, Mackenzie Porter. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit ShaniaTwain.com.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, I am in a good mood. I am in a good mood. I'm Jacksonville's two-way media mogul. Legendary.
Legendary.
But because I'm in such a good mood, I want to give back. You know, JJ, shrimping ain't easy.
But it's necessary.
But they're pretty good this year.
Yeah, I've seen a game, and I think they
Did you go see Gwinnett?
No, they're in town this weekend.
Yeah.
I saw when they played the Charlotte Knights, who
Okay.
they swept. And I didn't know if you know this, but they play like 6-game series.
Yes,
now.
I do
It's
know
wild.
that. Yeah, it's pretty cool because it's a travel. And speaking of that, in a couple weeks, the Syracuse Mets are coming to town, which we don't normally do down here, but we're all AAA, you know. So I'm going to go watch my my AAA Mets club.
Well, we're going to give a listener an opportunity to also go watch that game.
Okay, great.
Because I have a pair of voucher tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp to be used at any game this season.
Yeah, you Mets fans might want to go see the Syracuse Mets. They're here like May 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
The Shrimp are home April 22nd to the 27th against the Gwinnett. I think it's the Stripers.
Yeah,
but
it's
they're
not the
Braves.
Strippers. It's the
Yeah.
Stripers.
Be car number 4 right now. It's 641-1010, and I'll hook you up.
Yeah. So, Travis Hunter meets the media here in Jacksonville, 2 o'clock today. That's always fun. Shad sends the plane for him. You know, they get to go through that, stuff like that. It's good. It's good. It's been a great 24 hours for the Jaguars. I hope everybody's excited. I feel happy for the sales folks who sell season tickets for the Jags. They've had a tough time. That's a tough job, right? I want to give them a shout out. Call them and be nice to them if you're going to jump back in now.
I mean, they would have loved last night.
Oh, man.
I'm sure they really would have liked to guard,
And look,
but-
it doesn't always work out, JJ. Do you remember when the Pelicans won that? We had the Dan Hicken draft lottery party. I don't think you came
For
to that.
Zion.
And Zion won. The Pelicans won Zion. Do you remember the video of the New Orleans staffers when they realized they were getting Zion? Oh, dude.
It was like life-changing.
Oh, man.
And that's a tough sell, too.
Yes.
Like New Orleans
Yes.
basketball.
Yes.
No one goes.
So anyway, I kind of feel like it was a little bit like that.
I hope it doesn't turn out like
But we hope it doesn't turn out like that. Sometimes it doesn't always turn out right. So, but I don't know, man. This kid, there's something special about this kid. If you go to, JJ, we do this on the fly. There's no pretense here. If you go to We're giving away the vouchers. Oh, go ahead.
That's
and do
fine.
That.
He's on hold.
Okay. If you go to the K Adams, hey K Adams, that's where Travis is talking about looking at houses in Jacksonville on Zillow last night, which is a pretty good one. It's at Hey K Adams on Twitter. If you want to grab that, we can play that for folks. Just because he quote had a feeling, even though he hadn't talked with anybody, he just quote had a feeling. So it worked out pretty good.
She's one of my favorites, by the way.
Is she?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people love her. She was she was at the Players.
Was she?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a married man now.
I know
that's probably why I didn't see her. Okay, here we go.
How surprised were you?
How surprised was I?
Yeah.
I was super surprised, even though I went on Zillow last night and searched up some houses in Jacksonville.
Okay, wait, what?
Yeah, I did that last night.
What? Why?
I had a feeling.
Travis, are you joking with me right now?
No, if I had my iPad, I'll show you. I actually went on Zillow last night.
What gave you that feeling?
I don't know. I don't know. I just had a feeling that Jacksonville was going to try to, come get me.
Did you find a house that you liked?
Did I find a house? No, I found a couple lakes, though.
A couple lakes. Nice. A fisherman.
He's a
I love
fisherman,
this guy.
man. Yeah.
So where in Jacksonville will he be moving, folks?
Well,
I saw a lot of jokes last night. Our own Dylan Denmark was like 103rd and West Side or something.
Solid. No, Travis will live where all Jaguar players now live. It used to be way back when it was kind of Queens Harbor. And then they moved to different part, and now it's the Reserve off of San Pablo. That's their spot. That's where they all head. There's some nice homes for sale in there. Doug Peterson, others who live in that area. So, but yeah, that's kind of where they go. But yeah, what a great night and an exciting time for Jaguars and Jaguar fans. And we got ourselves a guy who is, according to the GM, won't just alter this team or alter this city or alter this, but will alter the sport of football. Alter the sport of football. So, and Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, man, as wide receivers, baby, I'm in. I'm all in. Let's do this. Let's have a catch-up break. We got a lot to do. We went over, and we'll get back on schedule here. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
It's a weekend of SEC baseball with number 5 Arkansas and Florida. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 a.m.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall, proud to be American.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Maddie. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find Scratch Kitchen that always comes in the clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktail shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
Denny Thompson here. You got to check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and book your space today.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this weekend at the newly renovated 5-Star Ballpark. Join us tonight for fireworks and tomorrow at 6:35 for more fireworks and Dino Night. The first 2,000 fans through the main gate get a Triassic Ballpark t-shirt. All presented by 5-Star Credit Union. Catch on the field and free face painting before the game on Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day at 3:05. Tickets start at just $5.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The only other on-the-clock blockbusters in NFL history involved two teams in the top 5 picks. 2017, the Bears traded the number 3 pick that became defensive end Solomon Thomas, 2 third-round picks and a 4th-round pick to the Niners for the number 2 overall pick. Chicago took Mitch Trubisky, and in 1985, the Falcons traded the number 4 pick that became Hall of Famer Chris Dolman and an 85 third-rounder to the Vikings for the number 2 pick. Atlanta selected guard Bill Fralick. It doesn't happen often, but it happened with the Jags last night. And that's your Duval Minute, man. Lift Power is always drafting great people. They're always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. The benefits are unbelievable. A 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, oh man, that's one reason why Lift Power is voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. Other reasons, they've been around forever. They're stable, 50-plus years in Jacksonville serving this community, right? They're family-owned and operated. They want you to be a part of the family. The opportunity's there. All you got to do is go to liftpower.com for more information. That's liftpower.com.
Was I supposed to play something?
Welcome back. usually a little music or something.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of goes in, but that's okay. That's okay. Now we're really excited about Travis Hunter here in Jacksonville as we welcome you back to the program. A lot of good things happening, right? But I was looking at this, JJ, in terms of running backs, okay, with the Jaguars. Who do you think has the most 100-yard rushing games in Jaguars history?
I would say Fred.
That would be correct.
But since you asked, okay.
Yeah, 48. Who do you think is second?
Maurice Jones-Drew.
That would be correct, 27. Sometimes when I do historical stats for the Jags, I get depressed, and I realize why we've been so bad.
I was just about to say, I have no clue who this one could be. Number 3.
Yeah, take a guess.
I'm going to say Natron Means.
That's a good guess. No, this is a former number 1 pick.
Fournette?
Yep.
Damn.
Guess how many he had? 48 for Fred. 27 for Mojo.
Say 12.
8.
Yikes.
The third best running back in Jaguars history in terms of 100-yard games had 8. We've been around for 30 years now. Travis Etienne Jr., 7.
And that's his career, not for a season.
This is career. And then there's 2 guys at 6.
Etienne.
Yeah, there's 2 guys at 6. One with Travis Etienne Jr. is 7. So he's 4th. And then there's 2 guys tied for 5th. One guy is so forgotten, but was here fairly recently and had one heck of a year. And then...
Oh, Robinson?
Yeah, he had 6 of them. Jimmy Robinson. Nice kid. Talk about...
Injuries killed him,
killed that guy. Yeah. And then James Stewart also had 6. James Stewart's a
stat, man.
90s. But that, I mean, what that tells me, though, is, and with all due respect to Travis, man, I still think running back is a need. I still think running back is a need.
Luckily, there's a ton on the board. There's a ton of great
There are a ton of running backs on the board. So,
I was actually a little surprised that Hampton got taken in the first round last night.
Mm-hmm.
But he, people talk about him like he's just as good, not as good as Genty, but right up there, same tier. Yeah, so Travion Henderson's still there. Judkins, they're both from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
People like the Iowa running back, Caleb Johnson. I don't know a lot about him. Of course, we all know Scatterbo. And we know Sampson from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Martinez, got to give him a shout out, the Miami running back.
Montrell, my guy.
Yeah, and RJ Harvey.
Yes,
from UCF.
everybody
People
likes
love
him.
That dude.
They love that dude.
And this is a huge list of guys. Everyone's favorite Trevor Etienne, 12th running back left. So. Tootin from Virginia Tech, super quick guy. So there's plenty of guys that you can go pick up in 4th round, 5th round, something like that.
So I'm just trying to get what we have left here.
Picks wise?
Yeah. Do you have that? I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, we have...
we have 2 in the 3rd. And we have 2 in the 4th. That's what we got coming up. So, but I don't have the numbers in front of me. I think it's like, I don't know. I don't know what they are. I know that we don't have 36 anymore, and it's annoying me that I can't find it. So I'll get back to it a little bit later.
Yeah, the ESPN thing is like, it's not easy to work right now.
No. So it's frustrating, and so I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just not.
It's an ABC order. I see, not the actual order of the picks. Okay, so here we go. The Jags have the 6th pick of the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
They have the 24th pick of the 3rd round.
Do you know what numbers those are or no?
No, I don't.
Does it translate to? Okay.
They have the 2nd pick of the 4th round and the 5th pick of the 4th round.
Okay,
so those are pretty high.
Yes, and that's good. By the way, that's something that we can work with.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the last era, the bulky era, those rounds were basically just like none of those guys ever worked out.
Right.
Which is what
this
kills
is
your
what
roster.
By the way, this is what our GM is good at.
Yeah.
Okay? This is what our GM is
Pukas or whatever.
Yes.
Puka Nakuas.
Right. That's what we need. That's what we need. And so when you look at, okay, my man was with the Rams where they didn't have a number one pick. It was like in 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, and 2017, the Rams did not have a number one pick.
Insane.
And yet they won a Super Bowl with free agents. And then they won, and they got back into the playoffs via the draft. They built themselves twice, I think, during his time there. So if you go back and look, like last year, Verse and Fisk, great picks. He took a running back in the third round. Blake Corum did okay. Also took this kid Cameron Kitchens. He's a Cane.
Yeah, he was good last year.
He was very good for the Rams, right? He also took, in the sixth round, with the 217th pick, Bo Limmer, who was their starting center last year. Okay? Those are good picks.
If you can get a starter that late.
In 23, he took Byron Young in the third round and Kobe Turner. Could you those two guys are good football players. And then he took Puka in the fifth round with the 177th pick. Okay? Those are good football. Now, again, I say he. I shouldn't say he. The Rams. But he was a part of it.
Right, of course. I do have the numbers quickly. So
okay,
round
please.
3 would be 70, and then the other one's 88, and then the 2 fourth-rounders are 104 and 107.
104 and 107.
Yes.
So we still have 4 picks in the top 107 left.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, man.
5 picks in the top 150.
Give me 2 doubles. Give me 2 doubles with those 4 picks.
What does that mean?
That means
sound like you're ordering at McDonald's.
No, that means a extra base hit. That means a guy who's
I see. Baseball
a good starter.
Okay.
A good starter. Or give me 1 home run and another starter. How about that?
That would be sick.
Would you take that?
Meanwhile, like last year's draft in the second round, they take Mason Smith.
Oh my God.
The guy doesn't even play half the freaking year.
Yeah.
He's out of shape. So yeah, hopefully things are looking better.
They are looking better.
This front office.
They're looking much better. I mean, you can go the draft that there's all kinds of different, the Jags have the draft that kills me is the 23 draft where we had like 13 picks and
they used them all.
I can't tell you I'll work from bottom up, but Derek Parrish, Raymond Vohasek, Cooper Hodges, who's been injured, Eric Hallett, Christian Braswell, Parker Washington, Antonio Johnson, Yabsir Abdullah, Tyler Lacey, Ventrell Miller, Tank Bigsby, Brenton Strange, Anton Harrison.
That was good.
No, it's not.
I mean, like the fact that you remembered it.
Oh, no, I'm reading it.
Oh.
I looked it up.
Oh, my God. I was like, that was amazing.
Oh, if I did that would be good. That would be good. Yeah, those guys are, it's not good enough. Not near good enough. Yet all those picks, you got to hit home runs in there. There's no home runs. There's guys. We need more than guys. Brian Thomas Jr., home run. Home run. Interesting with Jarian Jones. I wonder what they feel about him. We haven't really gotten an answer. I know he's done some interviews. What do you think?
Yeah, he did something on 1010XL, right?
Yeah. I don't know what they think about him, though.
Let's see. Playing corner, yeah, so I guess this was obviously before they drafted Travis Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you think he had a good year last year? Some ups and downs?
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
Ups and downs. I mean, potentially we got a guy who can, but again, let me tell you something. Just so you know, Tyson Campbell's a cornerback. Jordan Lewis, they just paid a lot of money. He's a cornerback. Jarian Jones now competing with Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's going to win that competition?
Not Jones.
When they want to give him a blow, maybe Jarian Jones goes in.
I was about to say, we don't expect him to play all the snaps.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he's playing both sides.
Correct. Although he probably will tell you that he wants to. And I don't know if he can or not, but that's what he did in college.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I saw this stat yesterday. It was like his 80-something snap yet in a game, and he reached 21.82 miles per hour.
Like
yes.
fastest of the game.
Yes.
After his 80th snap.
After his 80th-something snap.
Athlete.
Man, he is an athlete. Now, and he knows the South. It's not like he's going to be, oh, my God, it's so hot here. He's an elite athlete. An elite athlete. So, and they got him. They got him. Tip of the cap. You know what we got to do? We got to get ready for the 9 o'clock nasty.
We do.
We like to do that around here. JJ, you can let it fly at 9 o'clock hour. It's okay. It's McAfee-like. It's coming up next here on The Drill.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Jacksonville, a community determined to win an NFL franchise. A special addition to the National Football League.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. We live in Florida. Seasons change between noon and midnight. Got to make sure you're comfy, and you can do it with the leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects. That's Lloyd's Heating and Air. Top-tier residential service, you bet. No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's, the only name Northeast Florida needs. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
It's here. Beard's Diamonds' first ever massive sale on all diamond stud earrings and all tennis bracelets. Now through Sunday at 4 p.m. Save 20%, 30%, even 40%. Beautiful diamond stud earrings and gorgeous diamond tennis bracelets. Perfect for any occasion. Take advantage of huge markdowns. Best prices ever. Corporate-owned big box stores could never offer this extreme value, but locally owned Beards can. And it's happening now through Sunday. Up to 40% off. Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beards.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Scholar athletes don't just score on the field. They also excel in the classroom.
That's why 1010XL salutes the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, it's Guggen Golf time. If you and a friend would like to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament, May 19th at Hidden Hills Golf Club, text Googan, Googan, to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win. Score a hole in one and win an Atlantic Infinity SUV. Enjoy a Chick-fil-A breakfast, the Dandy Foods lunch. Check out the latest big boy toys from Ride Now Power Sports. Thanks to our sponsors, Taco Loop, Lift Power, Instant Keys, and Southern Oak Insurance.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you, do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes here with a challenge. A challenge might not be the best choice in words, so let's say an opportunity. Take the opportunity to lose 40 by the fourth with a Awaken 180. It sounds a little different when you put a real goal to it, doesn't it? Maybe you looked at the scale this morning and it read 230 pounds. How about it reading 190 by the fourth? Maybe the scale says 300. Wouldn't the number 260 be a little nicer on your eyes and on your joints? It's attainable if you have the same results we all had with Awaken 180. I dropped 40 pounds in 9 weeks. Hacker dropped his first 40 in just 6 weeks. Dempsey, Blue, and everyone else I know, same results. And we've kept it off. The best thing about Awaken 180 weight loss, it will completely change the way you think, see, and feel about food. The results are real, attainable, and the process simple with Awaken 180. Take the opportunity and drop 40 by the fourth. It all starts with just one call to Awaken 180 weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Kuhn Flowers. The Jacksonville Icemen's 2025 Kelly Cup playoff run concluded last night with a 4-3 overtime loss to the Florida Everblades in Game 4 of the South Division semifinals. This marked the fourth consecutive overtime defeat for the Icemen, resulting in a 4-0 series sweep by the Everblades. The Everblades will now move on to the second round in search for their fourth consecutive Kelly Cup title. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp dominated the Gwinnett Stripers in Game 3 of their 6-game series down at the Five-Star Ballpark last night, 9-1. Propelled by an explosive 8-run third inning, the Shrimp now lead the series 3-0. Game 4 will be tonight at 7:05, following tomorrow's game at 6:35, then wrapping up the series on Baptist House Sunday Family Fun Day at 3:05. It's 75 degrees at 9:04. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
10XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Or maybe just Dan Hicken. Good to be along with you guys, man. What a great day in Jacksonville. Exciting time. Jags got their guy. Tip of the cap. Now, I've been telling you guys all morning. I've been reading and telling you guys how, like, football guys rave about this kid, Travis Hunter, right? I mean, they rave about him. For example, on the staff out of Colorado is Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp, longtime great college player at the U, great NFL player with the Bucks. I ever tell you the one time I saw him go off on one of our dudes in the locker room, JJ? Oh,
no,
he could be a nasty,
like a media guy,
yeah,
like a cameraman or something.
Yeah, no, it was like a radio reporter. Absolutely annihilated him.
He'll
do
that to him. Yes,
yeah,
I've heard. Leon has some great Warren Sapp stories.
I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Like on the golf course berating fans stories.
I believe it. But anyway, He was on the Rich Eisen show here a couple months ago. Here's what he said. Interesting about Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, where does he rank?
Rich, I called a friend of mine week 2 and I said he's going to win the Heisman. I had never seen anything like it. And I know I was a dog in college. I know I was. Mm-hmm. Can't touch it. I mean, cover a 9 route, turn around, run a dig, and go all the way to the end zone. Every time he's scoring. Play after play. And the joy in his face and just his enthusiasm about the game was just infectious, Rich. I mean, it was sick.
But you know the next level as well as anybody. How many snaps can he play in a pro game and be as great as he is on both sides of the ball?
I'm going to put him on a corner and lock down 1/3 of the field.
Yep.
So now I can play with my defense and rotate and do the different things I want to do.
So that's 60 snaps, right?
Oh, yeah. He's getting all of those. Okay. I'm the one paying the bills. I ain't never told an employee what I'm going to do. That's a wild thing to say, isn't it? But then you have a package for him on offense because the game that they've built now has an Autobahn, Rich. And you got a V12 right here. You put him in certain situations, 6-10 plays a game. Why not?
So, I asked Todd McShay from the Senior Bowl the other day, who is the most dynamic offensive player in the draft, and he said Travis Hunter.
It ain't even close. Rich, his appetite for the ball and to just be on the field, I've never seen anything like it. And I've been around some bad ones. I've been Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Derek Brooks, Ray Lewis. I raised Ray Lewis. I mean, I'm telling you, this kid's unreal. I just marveled at it every day.
Wow.
High praise, man.
Yeah.
And his face says it all too in the interview.
Yeah.
He loves it,
again, these are football guys who just
and Warren Sapp's not afraid to tell you when he doesn't think a guy's good. He's not mincing where he doesn't care about getting a job in the media or something.
But the list is endless of the people. Like I said, we're not just getting the best player in this draft. They project this kid as the best player in the next 5, the next 10 drafts. I don't want to use generational because we got screwed on Trev. But, you got a GM saying he's going to alter the sport. I mean, it's just high. And it's not just, people with something to lose. It's high praise from everybody, man. It's just high praise from everybody. So, good stuff. Good stuff going forward. And certainly something to be excited about as we look ahead and see what we got going on.
You know what they kept saying last night during the draft was this is a good guy draft. Mm-hmm. As in, none of the teams were taking chances on some of these red flag guys. Mm-hmm. Some of the guys with off-the-field stuff, and a lot of the ones that were taken high, like Travis Hunter, seem to be the good guys. I'm interested to see how that works out. It wasn't the guy from Marshall that everybody was talking about. He had some...
Yes.
Some 2 sexual assault allegations. Yeah. And he was the darling of the Senior Bowl.
Right.
Remember, he was schooling everybody, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's going to go way high up there." So that didn't happen.
And I thought Jay Glazer had an interesting point. He said, "Hey, there's a third category now when they make you non-draftable. In other words, they're not interested in you. The team's not interested in you. Loving the game."
Oh, okay.
And his point was the NIL has changed the game. In other words, you leave college with football's a hard game, right? It's a tough game. A lot of work. It's a lot of practice. It's tough. It's violent. It's physical. You're playing against grown ass men, and so if you're leaving college with $3, $4, $5 million in your pocket.
How motivated are you?
If
you don't love to play
If you don't love the game. And I think that's become a part of it. And that was one of my worries with the McMillan kid. I didn't want him. I don't want if you don't love your job, you're not going to work hard at your job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so why would I invest this high of a pick and all this money into someone who I don't know if they even want to be
And you're
there?
Well, I'll motivate. No, you won't. You're not that special. There's got to be self-motivation.
Yeah, like Liam Cohen, a first-time head coach.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be the one to motivate this guy?
Like, we talk about, like, my guy in Gainesville, Desmond Watson.
Big Des.
465, be the biggest, heaviest football player in the history of the NFL.
I think I heard by Hayes Carline said that if he played in the NFL right now, he would have outweighed the heaviest NFL player by 80 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, but here's my problem with Big Des.
Zero work ethic.
Yeah, he can't be motivated. He can't.
No, he's got a problem.
He's got a problem because I'll tell you what. Let me tell you, I believe, and I might be wrong about this, but I believe that in college, you're even more like Florida did everything they could for 4 years.
Your whole life is like
to get this guy to slim down, and he couldn't do it. You go to the NFL, all they're going to do is fine you.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care.
It's a lot. You're on your own
You're
lot
on your
more
own,
in the NFL.
right?
It's
So-
very strict. In college, you have a very strict schedule.
Yes, and so the nutritionist can watch you, and the coach can watch you, and the strength guy can work you. I mean, so in college, if you can't do it in college, there's no way you can do it. You know,
when you disappear for months at a time.
Unless he hits a Waken 180, I guess.
Of course.
Maybe
Well, we
you
got
gotta-
another one, too.
Might want to try that.
Leon and Hayes are on something else.
Okay.
Physicians guided weight loss. They're all over the place.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Everyone's losing weight around here. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I know. So anyway,
are you on one of these?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, you look great.
No, I'm better living through chemistry. Yeah. So, we'll see. But that my point is, in the NFL, there has to be some self-motivation. I guess Louis Riddick said last night that Sanders could be Drew Brees or Tom Brady.
Jesus.
Louis, be careful, man. I know you want to get back in the front offices. You go with those. I mean, that's a little much, isn't it?
He's only the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
And then
I wouldn't go
maybe top 10 quarterback.
I
of
might
all
not
time.
go down that way.
You want to hear
Milk.
the quote just so we don't take him out of context?
Quarterback, if you pass on him and he winds up having a Drew Brees type of career, say Tom Brady type of career, which he's totally capable of, you're going to sit back and there's going to be a lot of resistance history on you.
Oh, my God.
They just sound like angry about it, too.
Yeah, they
What?
love.
Yeah.
They love the whole primetime angle,
I guess.
And, you saw how many people became Colorado fans because of Dion.
Well, here's
so now this is like they're connected to this. They want this in the NFL. So when he didn't get picked high, they're taking it as like a personal. They're taking it very personal.
Here is the interesting thing about it, and everybody has an opinion, right? So I'm just looking at some ESPN stuff. Who's the best pick of the night? So some of the scout guys, the Matt Millers and the Jordan Reeds, those guys for ESPN. Okay, they're talking about who's the best pick of the night. Jalen Walker to the Falcons at 15. My best pick of the night. I had him at number 5 in my rankings. All right, how about this one? This one I couldn't disagree more. Tet McMillan to the Panthers. I mean, wow.
Is it because they had them ranked a certain position and maybe they went before?
Donovan Jackson to the Vikings at number 24 was a fantastic pick. Most confusing pick of the night. The Browns trading back from number 2 to select Mason Graham at number 5. I like Graham, but if Cleveland wanted to boost its line, why not remain at 2 and get Abdul Carter to play opposite Myles Garrett? Okay. The Giants trading back in the first round for Jackson Dart instead of Shador Sanders.
Oh, there you go.
There you go again. The Dolphins taking Kenneth Grant with the 13th pick. I'm a fan of Grant, but felt there were other available defensive tackles offered more on the upside. Walter Nolan and Derek Harmon come to mind. Biggest non-Travis Hunter surprise of the night, Miami taking Grant at 13. The Bucs selecting Emeka Egbuka at 19, considering who they already have. The Falcons sending a package of picks to get James Pierce Jr. with 26. Best day 2 fit for Shador Sanders. Cleveland Browns, New Orleans Saints, Pittsburgh Steelers. They're in cahoots on that one. What's your biggest regret from your mock draft? I like to see, do we have any mock draft winners?
Let's see.
Has anybody put that out yet? I like people who pour over the mock drafts and say, this guy got 15 right. I always like to know who the mock draft winner is and the mock draft loser.
From the looks of it, a lot of mock draft losers because the Jags just ruined everything.
What was the best trade up down for a player during round 1? Jacksonville trading up for Travis Hunter. No kidding. Which contender helped themselves the most? The Eagles wait for great players to fall. They did it again with Jahad Campbell. The Ravens getting Malachi Starks to pair with Kyle Hamilton. The Chiefs getting Josh Simmons and trading down and getting a 5th-round pick as well. Who are you most shocked to see available on day 2? You know who didn't get drafted yesterday, who was one time kind of mocked to the Jags? Will Johnson, but he's got that knee. That corner from Michigan.
Yep.
He might be a good 2nd-round pick. Donovan Ezeriku is that edge rusher from BC.
The safety from South Carolina. People love him.
He didn't get picked?
No.
Wow.
Eamon Wari?
Yeah. I love that guy.
Yeah. Mike Green didn't get picked. I just talked about him.
Yeah. The Eamon Wari guy must have flags then.
He had like a freak workout.
He was off the chains, dude, but he was a good football player, too.
Yeah.
He's good on tape. If you go watch his tape, he looked good to me. So, I don't know. All right, we got to
love the game?
Yeah, we got to take a break. Travis Hunter loves the game, and he's a Jaguar. More on that next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The radio station made for you.
My turn.
This is 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Man, if you pay attention to the stock market, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. We got tariffs, crazy times, right? But not for ITP Partners, man. We stay the course at ITP Partners. That's why one of the things I love about those guys. Never any panic. Always there to explain. Always there to tell me what's going on. It's the expertise. It's the experience. It's the knowledge. I'm telling you. Reed Wingate, Janice Cobb, Scott Regner, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, the ITP Partners will sit down with you anytime. They'll be glad to talk to you. They help strategize your goals for their priorities. And it's a great time, honestly, to get started. Get in the game. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, man, and they're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3,
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Frank Frangie here. I've known the Parman family for years, and what stands out is how they run Big Chief Tire. It's not just about tires, it's about showing up, doing the work, and taking care of people. That's the culture they've built over 4 generations. When you walk into Big Chief, you're treated with honesty, respect, and real hometown service. That's how Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling. Schedule your next appointment at wekeepjacksrollin.com or call 904-932-0950.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey man, what's that noise?
Do you hear it too? You can hear it, right?
Yeah, it's your air conditioner. It's like a grinding or a rattling.
And it's getting on your nerves, right? Like it's eating at your brain and you can't think straight? But it just keeps grinding and squeaking and taunting and nagging. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Why can't you be more like your sister, the lawyer?
Yeah, I don't hear that last part so much.
Yeah, but it's not cool, right, Jason?
It could definitely be cooler. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can totally repair whatever that noise is and get your AC working smoothly and silently. We fix these things all the time.
So I won't be a failure?
Life should be enjoyed. If some irritating, broken air conditioner is making you crazy, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If someone you love needs a pick-me-up, then it's time to get serious about it. And send them a Kuhn floral arrangement. ET here with 1010XL. You'll be assured of a quality delivery, that's for sure. Log on and order online at kuhnflowers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Happy days are here again, Jacksonville. Today's a day to enjoy. Today's a day to be happy. Today's a day to smile and be excited.
Take off work and drink early, folks.
That's fair.
Call in sick.
It's okay. So, Saints drafted the Texas lineman, right? Kelvin Banks Jr. last night. And I guess his wife or girlfriend or whatever and his baby are right next to him. And he's hugging his family. He's sitting down, and just as the Saints pick him, the little baby just vomits. So that's made its way
As
around.
like the mom's like clapping, so she's kind of like moving the baby kind of fast. And the memes were great. You know, like the reaction you have when being picked by the Saints. And it's like,
we've talked a lot, some about Shador Sanders, and I will say this part. Listen, and I've done this a couple times in my career where I've gone to the homes, not to the of the potential draft candidate, and to me it always worked out. Years ago, you won't even remember this guy. There's a kid from Orange Park. His name was Adrian White. Really good football player for the Florida Gators. And and we went and watched the draft with Adrian White, and he went at, I think he was like, I almost forget, but I think it was like the top of the second round of the Giants. And he was close to being a first-round pick. In fact, let me look just to get this right. But anyway.
Yeah, he was his 55th pick.
Okay. So.
Middle of the second.
Is the middle of the second. And so, and that kid was probably hoping he'd be a first-round pick. But he's a local kid watching the draft with his family, so it's a good story. We go and do it. But it's tough. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for the kid. It's hard for the family. They have hopes and dreams. I also went over to
that was probably it was when they had the draft all on a Saturday.
Yes.
So at least if you don't get drafted in the first round, guess what? The second round starts in 5 minutes.
Now,
not like Shador Sanders where you got to sleep on this all night.
Well, Jalen Milroe went to the draft, right?
But huge mistake.
Well, he knew. He knew.
He had to have.
He knew he wasn't going to be. So they like to have a couple people for the Friday too. And it wasn't like I didn't get the impression, and again, I didn't watch as much you watched. The cameras weren't focused on Jalen Milroe.
No, I might have seen him one time.
Yeah, so it's not like the Aaron Rodgers or the Brady Quinn.
No.
Okay?
No.
So it wasn't so bad. My point is, I also went on the baseball side. One of my favorites is Sean Reed Foley.
Yeah.
He pitched for the Mets.
And the Blue Jays, right?
Yep. And Sean Reed Foley, okay, so he went, and baseball draft's a little bit different, but it was still at the house with the family. And they were hoping like 15, 16, 17, if I remember. It was like Cincinnati or Cleveland. And he didn't go he was like a sandwich pick. You know the sandwich picks at the end of the first round before the second round?
They give you for like if one of the guys didn't sign last year.
Yeah, you get sandwich picks.
Yeah.
So Sean Reed Foley was like a sandwich pick, if I remember correctly, to Toronto. And he had so can you look at and see what number
he was 18th or 49th overall.
Okay,
pick.
Same thing. So
Second
49th
round.
overall.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he got $1 million, maybe 1 point, whatever. And I'm like, man,
1.1.
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, you're in high school. You're they just judged you as the 49th best player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy. Even though you're disappointed a bit, right? You see what I'm saying?
And the reason he didn't go in baseball's so weird.
Well, baseball's weird because of what you're
signability.
Asking. Yes.
So they said that he was passed over in the first round due to signability concerns.
Right.
In the NFL,
it's
you just
different.
sign a guy.
Yeah, it's obviously different.
Or you draft a guy.
But yeah. So anyway, but my point is, I get the angst. I get and you got these cameras in your face, and it's tough, and those kind of things.
Your girl's sitting next to you.
Your girl's
she keeps looking at you.
I thought we were going to the bank.
Yeah, what the heck? They just traded up and took Jackson Dart over you.
Yeah. I see that James Pierce Jr., who was drafted in the first round by the Falcons, his girlfriend plays for one of the WNBA teams.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's funny. I always like to see, like, when they're at their house and they're sitting on the couch and they got the family. Who do you hug first, JJ? Mama?
Always mom.
Or the girl?
Well, most of these guys aren't married.
Yeah.
And so I just think, like, the relationships I was in when I was 22, like, they weren't exactly the strongest relationships in my life. So I couldn't imagine me hugging my girlfriend at 22 before my mother.
That's fair.
I have my mother's name tattooed on me. That's how much I love her.
Very nice. Is that the neck one?
It is.
Okay.
Some people think she's dead. I'm just like, nah, she's still with me. But I could see why you would ask that. My favorite girlfriend incident was CeeDee Lamb. Now, do you remember just a few years ago when CeeDee Lamb was drafted?
Yeah.
His girlfriend at the time, I guess it was before they were drafted, they just kept showing him in the draft room he was in.
Uh-huh.
And they caught him snatching his phone out of his girl's hand.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Like, hey, we're not close enough for you to be able to go through this phone yet, which to me was an all-time huge. That's when you knew this isn't lasting. And I love the picture. They always show the picture of Russell Wilson on his draft day and the girl that he was with at the time. And like her reaction, just knowing that she wasn't around for very much longer.
You talking about Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had married her too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was his
he got
wife.
divorced.
Okay.
Yeah, and right before he signed his $47 million deal or whatever. Yeah, and her,
Smart.
I brought her up yesterday on the show. I felt badly for her.
I still do.
Yeah.
She thought she was cashing in.
Damn you, Antonio Brown. Making me read a 9 o'clock nasty. Travis Hunter, first player to play both ways, and Shannon Sharp. That's not funny. AB.
He's taking a leave of absence, by the way, from ESPN.
Yes,
Shannon.
and rightfully so. And he's not taking a leave of absence.
They've probably asked him.
They asked him to take a leave of absence. Yeah. 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 This Travis Hunter thing. Who wears? I should know this. Who wears number 12 for the Jaguars?
Probably nobody. Like a backup quarterback.
I should know this. No, we don't have.
Nobody.
Oh, Mullins? Is he wearing 12? the new, the backup quarterback? Nick Mullins?
Not for long.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, because.
Yeah, Nick Mullins.
It is Nick Mullins? Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be taken care of.
Nick, guess what?
You're number 13. Now, do you like the new NFL rules where like you could just wear whatever you want?
I don't mind
like
that.
The players,
Whatever.
me too. I always thought it was stupid that's even a rule.
Yeah. I don't mind that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll make the turn for home, man. What a day. And we got more of it coming up today and tomorrow with the NFL draft. The Jags still have 9 picks, but it's like, man, we're just sky high over this Travis Hunter thing. We're back.
Have you even slept?
I did. I had to do some stuff at home last night too, because my wife's out of town watching my son's baseball games down in the Tampa area. So I had to walk the dog when I got home, get the garbage out. I mean, not much is the answer, but I'm good.
We're high right now.
Yeah,
high on Hunter.
High on Hunter.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Your home for Florida Gators baseball is 1010XL.
It's a weekend series loaded with top talent. The 5th-ranked Razorbacks and the Gators in the Swamp, Arkansas, Florida. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 AM.
MOV, ING, Southside Kia is moving. Our moving sale is on right now. Help us clear new Kias out. Our current selection's got 200 plus Kias on the lot. Hurry to save big with us. New rides starting at just $20,000 bucks. Plus, bring your tax refund today. We'll double it up to $5K. MOV, ING, get to Southside Kia this spring. Online at SouthsideKiaJax.com. Get your next ride at Southside. For complete details, call 904-325-9208.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. here, and it's time to make those summer break plans. Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctor's Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek or cruising the St. Johns River. There's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventures start here. Visit exploreclay.com.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein and Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein and Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes here with a challenge. A challenge might not be the best choice in words, so let's say an opportunity. Take the opportunity to lose 40 by the 4th with Awaken 180. It sounds a little different when you put a real goal to it, doesn't it? Maybe you looked at the scale this morning and it read 230 pounds. How about a reading 190 by the 4th? Maybe the scale says 300. Wouldn't the number 260 be a little nicer on your eyes and on your joints? It's attainable if you have the same results we all had with Awaken 180. I dropped 40 pounds in 9 weeks. Hacker dropped his first 40 in just 6 weeks. Dempsey, Blue, and everyone else I know, same results. And we've kept it off. The best thing about Awaken 180 weight loss, it will completely change the way you think, see, and feel about food. The results are real, attainable, and the process simple with Awaken 180. Take the opportunity and drop 40 by the 4th. It all starts with just one call to Awaken 180 weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 25, 2009, at the NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Georgia quarterback Matthew Stafford with the first overall pick, playing for the Lions from 2009 to 2020.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit, Gotham City Limit.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Baseball is back. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball at the newly renovated ViStar Ballpark is your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game and kids round the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
Enjoy a great day of golf and support Eagles View Academy Athletics. Friday, May 2nd at the newly renovated Bent Creek Golf Course. 8:30 shotgun start, best ball format. Find out more at EVAWarriorsathletics.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, no cooling down from Travis Hunter being a Jacksonville Jaguar, but we do need to cool down from, there were some awkward TV moments last night. Now, I didn't watch because I was working, but I saw them. And JJ, I wonder if you saw this. During ESPN's broadcast last night, the NFL decided to make an announcement. And so we got Laura Rutledge and a lady named Colleen Wolfe up on stage. And they said, fans will be geeked out to find when and where their teams are playing in 2025. And you're like, what do you mean? You're telling us the schedule? You're giving us some morsels? What, you know? And they had this awkward back and forth where they had they had it written down for them. They They obviously hadn't practiced it. They just basically came out and said, okay, the schedule's coming out May 14th. And that was it.
I didn't see this.
Yeah. Not the schedule itself, not even a game.
They're announcing the announcement.
The announcement of the schedule release will be May 14th.
Now, this is an NFL specialty, which over the last 10 years, they've been genius at creating something out of nothing.
Correct.
Which, when I was growing up, the schedule release didn't even exist.
No, listen.
Now it's like, it's like a whole week's worth.
Yeah,
of content.
They're marketing geniuses.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, that's why it's one of the reasons.
Draft. Look at the crowds last night in Green Bay. It looked like the Beatles came, John Lennon came back to life and they were performing. It was insane. To watch nothing.
The other thing
is nothing.
Yeah, but the other thing that was good. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see this? I don't know if this was on TV or what, but I saw it on social media. If it was the start of the draft, Clay Matthews and some Packers were out there on stage,
and he said that there was an announcement.
He had a letter from
Donald
the president,
Trump.
and which immediately everybody's like, "You can't do that." Well, yes, you can. He's the president. It's no big deal. And it was a troll.
The Bears still suck or something like that.
It was great.
Yeah.
He goes, "We got a letter from Trump," and they're like, "Oh my god, oh my god." I'm like, relax. And so he's like, yeah, let me open it up and read it here. And they're in Green Bay. And it's Packer people up there.
Yeah, we could play it right here. It's really funny.
It's good.
I just got off the phone with the president, Donald Trump.
Ooh. And by the way, when he said that, I immediately was like, he's lying. This is going to be a troll. How did you not think that?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
But I just got off the phone with the president, Donald Trump.
This is good.
He asked me to pass a message along to all 32 NFL franchises.
Very good.
So let me tell you what.
Taylor, are you listening?
It says, my fellow Americans, the Bears still suck.
That is great NFL.
So funny, man.
That is great NFL. We got on the line, we got Burning Brian. Let's talk to him. We talked to him yesterday. Burning Brian, have you bought your Travis Hunter jersey yet? Burning Brian, are you there? You have to turn him up, JJ.
He's turned up.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
All right. What's up, my man?
How dare you try to get me in trouble, Burning Brian?
Come on, Burning Brian. Stay in the game.
Gotcha. I had it on mute. I didn't want y'all to hear all the background going on.
No worries. No worries.
No Travis Hunter jersey yet, but
are you bringing
exciting.
positivity to the program today? Are you happy with the pick?
I am. I'm ecstatic. Like
Good.
I said yesterday, the Cleveland Browns weren't smart enough to take him. I mean, there's no way you let a player like that escape. I mean,
right.
Especially trading back and then taking Mason Graham, that just, like a lot of people, that just didn't compute or make any sense, you know? And if you look at the Jags over the years, all of our picks, like what you said, your son said, Dan, all the picks we've squandered away over the years. If we would have packaged all of our, if we'd have packaged a majority of our picks over the years and just traded up and took one guy, we'd have done better than what we did, you know?
Right.
I mean, we've had so many bad picks, and it's refreshing to have a regime that's going to make moves that are outside the box, and they're going to go and get the best player available like that. I mean, it's an exciting time. I mean, because there again, we gave up next year's first, but like what's been discussed already, you got a potential Pro Bowler and a receiver, potential Pro Bowler and a defensive back. I mean, you got two guys in one. The only thing that worries me is in the NFL, with the intensity and the physicality of the league, can he do? How many snaps is he going to be able to do on both sides of the ball? You're going to really have to. You're going to have to keep an eye on that because I mean, it's hard enough to stay free of injuries just playing on one side of the ball, taking the regular amount of snaps. Now you're talking about playing double. So that's the only thing that's a little concerning for me. But other than that, man, I loved his excitement to be in Jacksonville coming out.
Yeah, wasn't that great? That was great. That was my favorite moment.
It was, because it's refreshing to see that. Most players, hey, we're going to Jacksonville, you know, but to see that, it's like, hey, I'm glad to be coming here. That's what makes me really excited for the guy as well.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's good to see that. So I'm glad I didn't get rid of my season tickets before they got rid of Balky. That's for sure. So,
all right, brother. Appreciate you. That's Burning Brian, who once we call him Burning Brian, JJ, because he once burned his Jaguars gear.
I was thinking something else.
Yeah, no. He had given up. He took all of his Jaguar gear and lit it on fire. And you couldn't blame him at the time. It was after another one of those disappointing seasons. You know, it's interesting. We talked about this a little bit, and Dempsey told me this yesterday, I think, that had the Jags would have had the number 1 pick if they just lost that game to Tennessee late.
Dude, it happens every
it does. But you know what? They ended up getting the best player anyway.
Yeah.
Now, it cost them a little bit.
They wouldn't have had to trade a first-round pick, though.
But that's okay. That's okay.
It is, but, I mean, we do this every year. Who was it this year that lost to the Bills? The Patriots on the last game of the season? Like, man, it's so not worth it to win those games at the end of the year, folks. Right. It's just it's a franchise killer sometimes.
It really is. It really is, and I
for
know
what? For some off-season momentum that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, and it goes against everything. It goes against everything, but
it's the way the league is.
Oh, do I have? Oh boy, we got a new Shannon Sharp accuser has come forward.
Oh no!
Oh boy, former female FS1 coworker claiming he choked her in the workplace. This guy's going to be toast. Bye-bye, Shannon. Bye-bye. You'll get your due process, but yeah.
You probably shouldn't be messing with 20-year-old OnlyFans models when you're like 50-plus years old.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying, like, when you put yourself in sticky situations, stuff like that will happen.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. Because he's very entertaining on television.
Yeah, but
he'll be back. I'm sure he'll have some YouTube, especially if he gets sued for like $50 million. He'll have to be back.
He can keep Shay going on the
Club
YouTube or whatever that is. So we'll see. All right, so yeah, we got the NFL schedule release date May 14th. We got the draft coming up tonight. What rounds we got tonight?
Just 2 and 3, right?
2 and 3, right? So we will have picks tonight.
At least 2.
It is 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 3. Starts at 7 o'clock. Starts an hour earlier, in case you're wondering. And you can watch it. We move it over to the Deuce, ABC, and the NFL Network. So, but yeah, we got 2 picks tonight, man, right? It's a beautiful time. Beautiful time.
Now, you don't think they'll trade up, or you just think they'll stay pat with the 2?
I don't know.
Threes?
I don't know. I'm you know what?
In James we trust.
The baby-faced assassin. Let him go to work. See what he does. Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJax.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Hello, Tony. Good morning. What a night.
Yeah, y'all discussing right there just a moment ago, the idea of will they trade back in, second, third round, whatever. It's like y'all are still in the business of guessing what Gladstone might do in an NFL draft.
It's a fool's errand.
And whatever it is, I think we'll probably be pretty happy with whatever it turns out to be. I can't understand. If you want to criticize the price they paid, that's fine. If you don't feel as good about Travis Hunter as the whole world seems to feel about Hunter, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I think the one thing you can't question is they say they want to be bold, and they're as bold as they can be.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
Like, they're going the direction they're going.
What I'm most excited about are the football people, and I mean rave reviews.
Yeah.
I mean rave reviews.
Yeah. I don't think there's a player in the draft that seems to love football more than Travis Hunter does.
Yeah. And the talent level. And, one of your guys, Loggeman, just said the 2 guys that have stuck out to me in all my years of film study at quarterback was Patrick Mahomes and this kid.
Yeah.
As far as an athlete.
I saw him, on Jaguars.com. He was doing something where Baselli came in with them for a few hours before the draft yesterday, and Baselli asked him, as he typically does when he talks to any of us, he's like, well, what do you want to see him do at 5? And, JP was like, Genty's the direction I would go. And Logs is like, I want Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, well, and he's like, then do it. Like that was Loggeman's thing, and they they had a laugh about it, and we all got to laugh about it a few hours later.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. So you guys are going to be breaking down the draft, looking back and looking ahead, I suspect.
No
we have
second
9
round
picks
pick.
left.
Yeah, they still got 9 picks left. They still got 5 picks in the first 107, which is what they had going into it anyway.
Yeah.
But we'll react to everything they got done. Obviously, it's a day of celebration, I would expect, for a Jaguars fan. So the phone lines will be open.
Yeah.
Dial in, man. We'll take everybody that wants to come on.
All right, my man. Have a great show.
Thank
Mike
you.
and Tony revved up, ready to roll. Travis Hunter, the newest Jacksonville Jaguar. We'll talk to you on Monday when we have even more. Coverage continues throughout the day right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. JJ, appreciate